Okay. Oh, I just realized I have my camera off. There we go. I got my Ice on Bros Angus hat. Welcome, one and all, or replay people. Katie's here with me. I don't know if she got her own copy of Horseman. But me and Rookie around. I don't know. He dipped out for a second. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he had to readjust his computer or something. I actually message him really quick.
Yeah, I was close to buying a Horseman, and I don't know. I saw some really good campaigns in CG to back, but I'm interested to see about it because all I know is the art looks like absolute shit.
No, the art's fine. It's whatever. It's standard AI clip art, whatever the fuck they do over there in Brazil. Ripping off Eric. It's the same old. You've seen one Rippaverse comic. You've seen them all literally thus far. The art's all from the same house. It's all the same program. They're printing off and then tracing or whatever. I'm very perplexed because part of me is like, this is the best thus far.
Really?
Critically. And then another side of me is like, actually, given this is supposedly just full bore Chuck Dixon, Joe Bennett, 30 plus year vets of Chuck's, I think, older as a writer and stuff, but Joe Bennett's been around in major publishing DC Marvel since 94. So he's literally got 30 years in the comic industry. And he's an artist and he's a language barrier being Brazilian, but again, he's still worked, and so like EVS, you don't expect EVS to be able to write now, but you see like, okay, well, obviously the workshopping with Jeff Johns and other writers rubbed off on him, so he's above just hey, I draw stuff and okay, let me write something out of nowhere, so it's kind of flabbergasting some of these decisions, how they just kind of breeze by. There is little whiffs of awareness of like, oh, they actually thought of like the first layer of an issue when they like bring something to light, and it's like, hey, what about that? And then like the next page they do address something, but then it's like, well, that's actually more problems that you addressed it because Mike Barron has delineated in that thank you. Oh, hey, we got like 8 countries now in continental America.
Oh God,
only 8.
Yeah, and so early on in the book, he's going to transition from Chicago to Texas. But again, Texas is its own country. Chicago's in whatever country it's in America, in the Rippaverse world. And they like run his plates and they're like, hey, we know you. And then I'm like, how does that work? Because you're a different country. Like if I went to Mexico in my car, Mexico's not going to run my plates. They're going to write them down and then call America to run the plates. You get what I mean?
Well, it was funny too, because you also pointed out, you're like, why is he doing his crime fighting in his like normal car? Like he's dressed as Horseman in his car that he is in general.
How does he know who he is if he wears a disguise?
Because he drove his car to the site.
Which is where it's weird because they're in different countries, we assume.
But
yeah.
That's confusing.
I mean,
does he explain? I'm sorry. Does he explain like why there's so many fucking countries in the United States?
We'd
like,
love
does it
to
ever
know.
explain?
Well, it was a superhero civil war, which was what caused the breakage, but nothing else since then. So, still waiting for full answers.
Before you even get into the comic, you have to get through the Chuck Dixon intro, thank you, whatever the fuck it is.
I sent you that.
Oh, God. I bet it is some ball washing for sure, ain't it?
Oh, it's even crazier. All right, so where did you send it to me, Ricky?
To your Angus Young 101.
Okay.
You didn't say which email, and you have like 3 or 4 emails. So I'm like,
it's like, oh, okay. I never use that
what one
you're
using. It's like, I don't know what one you use anymore. So,
damn, I gotta reset my fucking password, you bitch.
Yeah, well, not my fault, But
all right.
How you doing, Katie? How's your Thanksgiving going?
It was good. I'm very tiring. lugging around 2 kids, but it was pretty good.
Do you have to do a bunch of cooking or have somebody else do the cooking?
Oh shit, I get someone else to do the cooking. You crazy? I ain't there yet.
I got you. I usually rely on getting a pizza the day before to bake on Thanksgiving and not have to worry about that at all. That's mostly because I grew up in a household that doesn't typically cook in general anyway. So, yeah.
I know my time's coming. Where I'll have to carry on the traditions, but
oh yeah, not yet. You gotta hold on to it until then. Not having to do it.
Yeah, no rush.
Exactly.
Was yours good? Was y'all's have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, mine's chill. Angus had to work his job.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, not much, Mr. Squidward. But no, it's pretty chill. Yeah, looking forward to this, talking about Horsey Man.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know why it's taking forever just to load the fucking email now that I reset my password.
Oh, that's just the fun of technology.
Send it to the main Black Angus email, the medic one.
Okay.
What the fuck? Sorry, people. Technical difficulties.
Well, while you're waiting, everybody, I just want to let y'all know that Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Good Morning Comicscape, I will be having Cody Dennison, aka Camelot, come on to talk about his comic, and then I'll have the great Mike Barron right after that. What's so funny?
Well, I was laughing myself when I listened to your voicemail. You're like, oh, Mike Barron. I was just like, oh my god. After reading Gooding and having read his first Punisher, #1, it's just like, yikes. The dude crashed hard. And so that's why it's funny to me. It's just like, oh boy.
Well, if you have any questions to ask him, you can always super chat it.
No, he's fucking old. You know, let him make his Rippabucks and
be happy.
Go off. Yeah, that's my.
I agree. Hey, he's got a job making money at his age. You need that kind of money, you know.
Hey, what's up, Skullface? Hey, I like your avatar. Sorry, people. It's
Cody's launched a book. What's this about?
It's called Ride and Die, and it's about a race car driver that apparently did some bad things in the past, and it's come to creep on him. And did
he make a deal with the devil?
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like either survive or die. It's something like that, but it looks all right. It kind of reminds me of Rippaverse a little.
Oh, what?
Oh man.
Oh, maybe it's just maybe it's the panels. I don't know. Y'all look at it. Tell me. It doesn't look bad. If I have to say, if it's, I would say Cody. If I had to pick Eric's and Cody's, I think Cody's at least looks better.
Who's doing the art and stuff on that?
I don't know. I know Salty did a cover for him, which looked really good. Salty did a really good job on his cover, and then he's got. I think it's the same. The guy that's doing the next cover that's coming out, I think he did Moist Critical's covers for his comic. I forgot what the guy's name is. Apparently he's
Moist
a big shot.
A comic book. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh my god! Finally, I don't know why. Like, I couldn't even go on Google.com. Like, I have all these tabs. I have got other tabs, and I cleared them out, but my mail would not open.
But I will say to clarify, like, it looks good. It looks good. You know, I just I'm curious of how the book will look when it comes out. Okay. I don't know. Everybody make their own judgment, but it seems like an interesting story. It's different. It's different than what we're used to reading.
Well, now I gotta see at least the synopsis so we can
pull it up. Before you do that though, send that file to the medic account.
I did. It should be there any second.
Okay.
So
pull it up and y'all just
what was it called? What was it called again?
Ride and Die.
Ride in Die.
Yeah, in with the apostrophe, like Ride and Die.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Ride and Die. Okay.
Under Cody Dennison. He just launched it yesterday. He did a 24-hour live stream, and I stopped by there and got to hang out for a little bit. It was a good show. It was good.
That's cool.
I was surprised I got the invite, to be honest with you. But
how is he doing like 12 hours in?
Oh, I think he hit over 30 grand. I think he's got, gosh, what was it? I think he hit over 30 grand and got at least, last time I checked, maybe 168 backers. I can't.
Yeah, I guess I meant more like, how is he physically doing at that time? Like mentally, because
okay,
12
he's
hours,
stressed.
12 hours into a stream, you start to get kind of,
he actually did pretty good, and he even said that it was because when I woke up a couple hours later, he was like 2 hours away from ending the 24-hour stream, and he said that this was pretty much the easiest stream 24-hour stream he's done. So
that's good. That's funny. I mention it because it's kind of funny. The first time I actually went on Geeks and Gamers back in the day was during his 100K celebration 24-hour live stream, and like in the middle of the night he was by himself just like reading the chat, drooling into it, and I was just like, do you need somebody to come on and like keep you busy? So I came on and invited somebody else on and took over.
Camelot always had somebody. I think at one point he was by himself, but then it didn't last long. But yeah, a lot of people were there, so I think that's what made it easy.
I gotcha.
So,
a down on his luck race car driver is presented a choice: success or death. All right.
I will say Salty's cover looks really good because he's got Cecil, his character in there. Keep going.
This one right here, or
no, that's someone else. This one.
Oh, right here. Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good.
Salty's on fire, man. He's been doing some badass covers. I'm so proud of Salty. He's worked so hard, and now he's big shot now, and I'm happy for him.
Helping holding his gun for him down here. Nice with the assist. What does it say? Welcome to my first project ever. I'm a full-time NASCAR driver and content creator. I've always dreamed of telling stories and sharing experience with people. Up until recently, my dreams were infantile, okay, and not obtainable. I have been told all my life that I cannot achieve my dreams. I am now taking the leap into a new world with the writing of my first project, Ride and Die. I am the little guy. You're supporting the little guy fighting for his dreams. I thank you for stopping by. He almost had like a rhyme here. He almost had like a rhyme scheme going on here. I am the little guy. You're supporting the little guy. Ride and Die. Stopping by. He almost had a rhyme scheme. Could have done right there.
It does, don't it?
Good. But yeah, so it's a story about a man who is down on his luck trying to do anything to succeed. When presented with the opportunity to have success, he takes it, leading his life down a long and dark spiral. The story, drenched in horror, violence, and women, as all stories should be. Contribute to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. This makes me think of Ghost Rider, at least the movie, where he's like doing the stunt riding and stuff at first. Mm-hmm.
Like some of the pages and panels actually look good, but I'll let y'all be the judge.
So, I'm not interested.
Yeah, it's like, but do you see what I'm saying, though, Rook? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's better. Like, if Eric was going to do it this way, this is the way he should have done it.
I know that right
like,
here.
At least the colors pop.
Yeah. Right here, we know the dialogue is, of course, a good truck is a good truck. As he's thinking about his racing. That's for sure.
But at least he makes his pop. At least the colors pop. Unlike Eric's books, they're all bland colors, nothing exciting.
That's
nothing
true. Even this page
right
here. I mean, yeah, there's this shot right here. There's a lot more going on in here just with color alone.
And the panels have more color,
more personality to it. A little, I would say. I'll drop a link to that in the chat if people want to check that out.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but it's better. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And yeah, Shifter, I'm on my Bluetooth headset. I don't feel like pulling out my whole equipment. I'm tired.
I literally, my setup is I have to bring out a fold-out table. I have to bring out my mic and camera from my drawers, move my computer on over here, set up a light, bring in my chair, and then stream. I don't have like a desk area to stream. So
I don't either. I have to literally build everything up myself in this tiny little space.
Yeah, I know. I want the Iron Man suitcase, but of like streaming stuff. Just okay, done, ready to go.
I know. Boom. It takes me like 10 minutes to get everything set up. It's just pain in the ass. I just wish I had it already set up so I could just boop, get on there. Nope.
It's Thanksgiving.
Put it all up and take it all down.
We have excuses to take our time. You know, it's Thanksgiving. We're all drugged down by the food we've eaten, though that's almost every day in America. So whatever, you know.
But yeah, I guess I do have TJ's mic. Yes, I am having the mic of the poor, so I apologize to the chat and those that are listening.
I've been ignoring that. the little breaks in it. So we've actually had people that have way worse mics. So as long as we understand what you're saying, it's all good.
Yeah. So to start out this reading, we're going to look at the Chuck Dixon, my ass letter to the fans, or whatever you want to call it. But before we gotta juice ourselves up properly. All right. So
all right.
I'm gonna play this little ditty. All right. If you know the words, go at it.
Batman.
Horseman.
Horseman. Yeah.
Horseman. 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 They can have so much fun with this, but it's like we're really serious.
You can animate, or you can have a little PNG of a horse on top of the pianos. With Horseman on
Someone
top.
should redo the trailer, like take the trailer but remove the words and the sound, and then put the Batman theme with no words, and make you a Horseman trailer properly. And then we put like funny Batman 66 sound effects. Pow,
wham, wham.
Yeah, like when he like shoots people in the head, it's like kablooey and oh, you don't know how much I love how shitty this stuff is. Hey, what's up, Apex? I'm just gonna be laughing at some Horseman.
Horseman is the most unintentionally comedic of the comics so far, I think.
Offline, what?
What?
Come the fuck on! Every time,
I thought Gooding was more comedic. But
Gooding was pretty funny. Where did I? Son of a bitch! Somehow it deleted.
I sent you the beginning half.
Yeah,
and I took the picture of the thing of the Dixon stuff.
Right. 1 second. Let me take a picture. I'll send it to myself and show you, because I don't know what happened to that one picture.
Classic. I don't know. What were your initial thoughts reading Horseman, Katie?
I have not read it, but I have seen pages.
That is all good. That's all good.
But look at it.
That's bad enough.
Look at it this way. I have not read it yet, but as someone who's a third party listening to it, this will determine me if I want to get it when it goes on the $5 sale or not.
I think it's worth the $5. You know.
Oh, it's definitely worth $5 to laugh at.
I would say it is worth the $5 purchase.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till that happens because I'm like, I was gonna do it, but man, there's been some good campaigns lately, and I'm just like,
that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm going into 2025. Like, I need to budget things, and then like with this already, it was like, okay, just I got Elephant and Horseman, and then it's like, all right, there's Jay's book. There's as far as like reading for trolling here a little bit. It's like I can't afford to keep on doing that. They're doing them one after the other, I'm trying to back everyone else's too here and there. But
you want to save it up for the Golden Patriot.
All the
yeah, Yellow Flash's book.
I have it's kind of I have like 80 comics, 80 crowdfunded comics that I haven't read yet. That I'm trying to read a lot of them in 2025. That I'm starting now. So
yeah. All right. So this is
catch up on those.
This is Chuck Dixon's whatever you call it. The Horseman Rides. Now we're gonna have to break this down paragraph by paragraph because it's really weird. There's a sad truth about creating comics. Well, there's that same sad truth about anything creative. That's such a fucking downer already. Like,
yeah. Well, so the thing, so it was funny. It's like I was looking through other books that I backed, and most of them have like a normal page that says who like wrote the book and stuff on the inside. Sometimes they have like an extra, sort of ad page for another comic or something, and then it just starts the comic right away. But these ones always start with like letters from the author, I guess, or from the writers. I don't know why. But you assume it's to get you hyped to read the book or something, or to read more into the stuff. Yeah. But this one was very interesting. Starting like anything creative is depressing. It's basically how that first sentence reads. It's like, all right.
At the top, above, or in the way of, the creators are the gatekeepers, the owners, publishers, editors, and toadies who only like their own ideas and only like the ideas of others when they can steal them. Between the raw, fun, crazy energy that gets spun up when comic writers and artists get together, gets damped down. See, he does gets in this long fucking sentence.
Gets together, gets it going, and gets it going over there. Yep,
squashed and made bland and unrecognizable when it comes out the other end of the sausage maker. That let's put a show buzz has been killed in the process. It's like, what does it have to do to Horseman?
Horseman.
All right, so continue. You know this, dear reader. You are a keen and discerning consumer of popular entertainment, and you can sense in your bones in a comic or a movie or a TV show has had the life stamped out of it by careerists, money men, and functioning morons. That movie that starts out so well and fizzles somewhere in Act 2. That song that is so overproduced that the life has been crushed from it. That TV series that seems to lose its way around episode 3. That comic that had a promising premise but turns out to be a forgettable slog. Again,
all right, Horseman.
Horseman Rides. Where is
it? I'm still lost on that. Like, what's
that whole time he's not saying anything specific again.
He's just saying the catch-all every Geeks and Gamers video. They hate you, they suck, it's woke, they have an agenda. It's just he's regurgitating. We all like if we bought this, we know. So it's weird.
Like people reading this aren't going to go. I know. I finally
this is for ISOM. This is what you do for ISOM 1, maybe at the end of the book, to be like, this is why I created this to fight the wokeness. Not like, hey, this is like book 6 of this dog shit universe. Makes no sense. Welcome,
right?
Yeah, if anything, so Chuck Dixon. I don't know much about him. He's famous comic writer or something, worked on stuff. I would assume it'd be a little more positive in like talking about how he created the character Horseman or something. Like if he's gonna talk about anything, like
yeah, that's what's weird about this is like he did this completely ass backwards, and so this is why it's like, yeah, I don't care about his legacy that has been dead for like 20 years before he even got kicked out of comics mainstream. He was serviceable, I guess, doing Batman, Nightwing shit. But he was just kind of hanging his hat on the laurels of making Bane, and he really had nothing else that people were like, oh my god, Chuck Dixon, I can't wait to, besides Nightwing. And Nightwing is like a niche of Batman. People want to read Batman and then maybe they'll read Nightwing, so it's like down the pipeline. So I don't care about his legacy because it's like whatever.
Well, it's like, and it's just, I would just assume that he'd be talking about his Horseman character or like the book, something insightful about his process, because they even pointed out here that he approached Eric with it and he accepted it. So it's like, all right, well, like what got you to do that? What was it about thinking about Nightwing and you wanted to bring something like that into the thing? But this is what I would assume, I guess. If he's going to write something like this here before you start, be something like that, like get into the mind of the writer, but not the depressing part. Before you start your journey.
And so then he continues, well, the explosion in recent years of truly independent comics has done a lot to erase that blood-brain barrier between the comic creator and comic consumer. Again, he says consumer repeatedly, and it's just like, again, this is just a product. This is just crap. Like he's already setting the tone. Mm-hmm. You have artists and writers bringing their wares to market without the interference of the grasping and benighted. There's a real zing that comes back to comics, and you can feel it. For good or ill, you're seeing the unfettered vision of wildcat comic book makers.
Everybody says that comics are like done all the time, so I don't know. I didn't know comics are still being made until I saw Cyberfrog. Yeah. I was like, people still invent those?
Again, right. We're, this first sentence counts as a paragraph. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4 paragraphs into this. I have no idea what this has to do with Horseman writing. Over my career, I've experienced moments of that kind of freedom. Early on at Eclipse Comics, Cat Uronwoad and Dean Mulaney encouraged the arrested adolescent in me. Larry Hama let me run wild on Conan. Denny O'Neil gave me an astonishing amount of agency on Batman. And of course, in more recent years, working with my buddy Graham Nolan, having my imagination challenged by Vox Day, and developing the wild and woolly concepts of your boy Zach are always like a school break. So Eric July reaches out from the Rippaverse and invites me to help build this thing he's constructing. We start the way most publisher-creator relationships do. He assigns me a project and gives me a basic concept. The terms are good and the concept is wide open for interpretation. And surprise, Eric likes the end product and has only very minor suggestions for changes. And even more surprising, those changes are suggested to improve the end product, not simply make the boss man. Remember that from the sauce? Boss man. It's right, like, is everyone that signs a deal have to like suck Eric off incessantly?
I would assume he'd be talking about his comic book at this point. Even then, he still was like built this thing that he's making, and it's like a comic book company. Like, is that what you? But you don't want to say that in writing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But in the process of creating Alpha Core 1, an even rarer phenomenon occurs. Joe Bennett, the art half of the team, DMs me one simple message. You know what Rippa needs? A Batman or Punisher style vigilante character. All right, now we're
starting to get a little bit into his head, like to the book sort of.
And it's almost over now. Like, that's a good start. Look at all of this, nothing to do with Horseman. It's like finally something. Well, you don't need to hit me with a stick. I was at work that afternoon on what would become the book you now hold in your hands. Within a couple of days, I had the new characters' basics down, and Joe had done a jaw-dropping piece of pitch art. He fired off to Eric with a brief summation of who Hector Caballero was. And the Ripple Lord smiled and said it was good. What?
They do have to say, they say this all the time. Like he's like some ancient god come to like lift them,
like Athena sprouting from the head of Zeus, but also he's like Apollo, and he's also Hermes.
By the time we get Bloodruth, I want to check all these and like see if they all call him something different, like oh, from Athena, the Ripple Lord, the whatever, and blah blah blah. By the way, Katie's having connection issues. I think she's dropped in and out. I've added her back in.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's dropping in and out. Just letting you know.
We were greenlit, and Joe was soon beavering away over my script written in a fever that lasted 2 weeks because I was burning to get this one out of me. And again, zero interference from Eric. Nothing but encouragement and a mountain of faith at our backs as we indulged our comic book skills and instincts.
Faith out of which is good.
It's very weird that he is like stressing, like, just so you know, Eric basically didn't touch this at all.
His hands were not, if he were to touch it, I would cut him. No, I mean, we can't do that anymore. No, so he is barred from it. He needs passcode. I don't give it to him.
It's weird, like following all of this, and then he's kind of made some sideways jabs at EVS apparently on Twitter. Again, because they never name people because they're all bitch made of the Rippaverse. So it's a weird paragraph when you know the lore behind this whole company and Rippaverse versus Comicsgate. It's just very strange.
I mean,
wording.
I would assume that, like, for the Rippaverse, they'd want it to be, Chuck Dixon really was inspired by Eric's, goal for a company to let creators do what they want. And so I took full advantage of that as much as I could. Or something. Well, you could say the same thing in ways that aren't like, you guys, I promise you, Eric did not write this book at all.
Gotta tell you, it feels good to see that lightning in a bottle frenzy worked up by two comic geeks on a 4-color high make it to the page just as we conceived it. And the only thing that can make it better, to do it again. Only this time, the next time, it was me DMing Joe. You know what Rippa needs? See you here next time.
I don't like this.
Chuck Dixon, somewhere in Greater Florida.
So how could you read that at the end? Only the next time.
Only this time. The next time.
And then after that, it's also see you next time. Like, this sounds so clunky.
Wow, the legendary Chuck Dixon, my ass.
Yeah, I would just say at least flip this whole thing upside down and start with this part so that you're a little more.
Oh my God, Richard! Hey, Rich, I'll send you the link if you want to join in the shenanigans reading this. Horseman rides cock. Read Blood and the Sword, $5 plus shipping. Yeah, now, I do got to review your book. I'm behind reviewing all sorts of shit. I liked your book, like legitimately. It's a fun intro to your world. All ages, got some fantasy. Nice little. I don't know why they even got you on the end prize to keep, how to say it, because I'm not trying to spoil it for people that maybe haven't gotten it, but it's a nice little hook, and they're like, student got all of them were like, oh my God, that was the big thing. And like, what? How is that a critique? How is that a neg? I don't get it. Stony Mick, you're a keen and discerning consumer. No, the fuck I'm not, says Stony. Jim tells you, giddy up, little doggies. It's time to ride. Giddy up, partner. This is the Dixon verse now. JD Kirby is loving Horseman.
We haven't even started it yet. So
I know.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
We have technical difficulties. You're like, the pictures you sent me are all out of order, so I'm gonna have to keep clicking back.
It's like I sent them in like normal, but when it sends through email,
I'm not blaming you. I'm just like, oh my God, headache.
And unfortunately, comic books don't have like numbering on them, so
usually not.
Like I don't even know anyway, like what it would be in the first place. So like you said half the book, I'm like, tell what page, but it doesn't tell us anyway, so we'd have to count the pages.
Eyeball it, whatever.
Uh-huh.
The Ripple Lord, shave your shoulders.
What was the name of his book? Of the guy in the chat, Blood and something.
Blood and the Sword on Fun My Comic.
I'm seeing if I backed the first one or not.
It was $5. I can see why he works for Rippa, says Zombie Boy. Exactly. It's so retarded. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, Mike Barron. And then I read Gooding and I go back and see his early stuff. I'm like, okay, this guy could write. And then I read Bronze Star. That wasn't bad. It was just like a waste of time. It like had no fucking balls to it. It had no spirit, in my opinion. It was just like a waste of $10, in my opinion. You know, you could have went to the comic store and got like 2 things. You would have a more, how do I put this? Like Last Jedi pissed us all off, but then you see stuff like the Marvels where it's like just has no spirit, you know, and you kind of like, I actually, yeah, Last Jedi is art. I felt something, you know, there was something purposeful to it. And I kind of appreciate that. I'd rather be angry at art than be got for just bland shit, you know, like, So yeah, having read Bronze Star when everyone's hyping it up because Mike Barron, that pissed me off. And then reading Gading, like, this guy's fucking retarded. You tell me he's a legend, and then I read Punisher. I'm like, okay, I see in this book he can write. It's pretty good. So it's actually way more disappointing reading Gading, having seen him actually write something. But yeah, that is the opening salvo from Chuck Dixon, my ass. Now we're going to start looking at the book, and we're going to read it to you. We'll have some pictures up on the screen so you can follow along. And yeah, we're going to read it because I got a fun surprise. Because you've probably seen Dick Masterson share that picture of Squidward Horseman, where his helmet looks like it's got a nose. And so that's why Squidward is in my thumbnail, laughing with Horseman at his own comic.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. All right, so now I gotta figure out what the first page is.
I'm sorry.
It's not your it's not Reed's fault. It's just
the way that Google sends emails. It doesn't actually order them. It does them whenever. It starts with the guy doing a Spider-Man-y type of pose.
All right,
he's swinging.
So I will be narrating Horseman and Tuna and the White Cop. All right. This is mental narration by Horseman. After action report. I should probably zoom in for y'all. There we go. After action report number 147, sorry. I'm pissing off a better class of hoods these days. Wasn't sure who these guys were or who sent them. Whoever it was paid a lot of money for professionals. Or maybe it's a family thing. Not sure which is worse. Either way, they're not playing around. Neither am I. Damn, that bat was autographed.
Without any, I want to have sound effects, but you're just like, damn, that was autographed. He's fighting some animal gang. There's a doggy. There's a bat. There's probably like a monkey or something, a bear. I don't know. He's got a variety of animal enemies that he is fighting. Show you the image here to get the idea. Yeah, right there. There you go. Fighting people. And right. they thwatted the bat out of his hand.
Swords, axes, and chains. They want to work close. We'll work close.
Whack.
I don't mind getting messy.
Funk.
So long as I can even the odds.
Crack.
That's 2 urban ninjas down. Yeah, he calls them urban ninjas. It's like, what a great... He's like, how can I call him the N-word?
Teenage Mutant Urban Turtle.
He thinks he had me, but I had him. And I couldn't get rid of him. We passed 50th Street Station going full speed. Whoa. I should have hopped a local.
When he says he thinks he had him, but I had him. I don't know. I just don't like that. But I couldn't get rid of him. I don't like the way that's written, but that's all right.
I agree.
So far, I like that there's less dialogue than usual in these, being more visual with it. So that's something. Who's the next? Page, Angus.
Yeah, I'm not quite. I'm going to try to do kind of the Tony or EVS idea, not showing every page, but I'm reading it all.
We're not at the snowy page yet.
I know, but we'll get there.
Okay.
I just want something on the screen for people.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Good idea.
Yeah. This was a family thing. No pro would take it this far. Gloves off and guns out.
Blam, blam, blam.
I don't make the rules.
Crash.
If I did, rule number 1 would be don't die. They're not going to give up. I take this bunch out and more will show up. The word's out. I have a price on me and it's only going to get higher. I stuck my hand at a hornet's nest. I took down one too many street players. I hurt somebody with juice, somebody who thinks the streets belong to them. I stay in Drescher and they'll catch up with me. It's inevitable.
Crack.
I had to move through the pain. That's another rule I didn't make up. Don't get caught. Long walk back to the car. Snow kept everyone off the street. Those guys kept me on the run half the night. I needed to work up a solid excuse. Look who's home. Hey. Let me find where we're at. Okay, that's where we're at. This makes it more fun to like have these abrupt breaks.
That's good.
All right, you can read.
I assume I'll be the boy and the girl here.
Yeah,
with it, Uncle Hector.
There's my little buddy.
Yeah.
How can something hurt so much and feel so good at the same time?
You work overtime?
Nah, I decided to hit the gym on the way home. My sister, she got our... Oh, wait, it says she got. My sister, she got our mother's Irish side.
You're just in time for waffles. I mean, that's what this voice I'll do for her. It's less on the throat.
Isn't it kind of late, Patty?
Snow day, silly breakfast.
No, we made that mistake. We made that mistake when we first read it.
The way it looks like it's listing the dialogue here. So hold on. Snow day, silly breakfast, then cartoons all day.
Yeah, right here.
There you go,
people. It's this panel. All right. So it's like, isn't it kind of late, Patty? She's like, snow day, silly breakfast, then cartoons all day. But when you just read it, it says snow day, silly breakfast.
It's a little period right there. Okay, there it
is. All right, you're the kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, what should I do for the kid's voice again here? I'll do an old person. Want to build a snow fort, Uncle Heck?
Later, buddy. Your TO is beat. They think I work assembly at the Essex plant. They don't know I'm paying the bills with money I take off mules. I don't like lying. Patty wouldn't like it. She wouldn't take it. Oh, playing hard to get, are you, Patty?
Take it. She said no.
So I have to lie for their sake. It started out with me looking for the hoods who put her in the wheelchair, who killed my brother-in-law. Oh, wait, I can show people the horsecock. There it is. Here's the horse. Here's the famous horse. I didn't mean to zoom right on it.
Do you see? Do you see?
Oh my God, what is happening? I'm trying to... Okay, there we go.
Now do you see?
She was 6 months pregnant with Danny. A miracle either of them survived. I never found the carjackers that killed Danny's dad and put my sister in that chair. Again, it's very repetitive. It's very repetitive. It's something me and Ricky both noticed.
A bit, but I mean, it's better paced than before.
Yeah.
Than like other ones. Stony Mix says, a better class of hoods? You mean the KKK?
Or maybe I did and didn't know it. God, it's so redundant. So how do I tell them we need to move? Without telling them, it's because some Tong or Triad has me in their sights. I got offered a new job, sis. Starts Monday.
Where?
It's Sabu Motors. I'll be a foreman on drivetrain install.
I didn't know Itsubu had a plant in Treasure.
They don't. It's in Texas.
Texas? Where in Texas?
I think we'll like it here, Patty.
It's warmer for sure.
And no income tax.
Uh-huh.
Housing's cheaper.
Uh-huh.
You can do your job from anywhere.
And flying men.
Yep, nephew. They got them too.
They got the men that fly as well.
The house I rented is a few blocks away. I guess we'll do our shopping here.
Looks nice. There's a green mart. Ice cream. A comic shop.
I think you're gonna like my tuna when it comes up. That's still you. You're the lady.
There's everything we need, Heck.
Yeah. Everything we need.
Churros. Churro. So good. Smoking the chocolate. Hold on. There you go. Churros. Pull over. Which room is mine?
Yeah. Anyone you want, buddy.
There's only 2 bedrooms. Where's yours, Uncle Heck?
There's an apartment over the garage. That's mine.
His man cave.
Yeah, I like that.
Are you sure we can afford this place?
With my raise and what you earn, sure.
It's so much nicer than the place in Treasure.
Our money goes further here, but not that much further. I need to get to work. After action report 148. New city, same old shit. It's called the Lake Park
Shit is censored, by the way.
Yeah. Let me see if we got that. I hate how the files. Yeah. What the fuck?
Damn it.
Exactly.
I think that having StreamYard open slows it down sometimes. Maybe.
Probably.
Like when I was trying to connect my phone to transfer files, it like wasn't working at all with StreamYard on. So like I had to get out and do it. It's dumb. But anyway.
Yeah. Damn it.
Close enough.
All right. It's called the goddamn, that was my fucking arm. It's called the Lake Park Projects. No lake, no park. Same type of operation, Usher. The streets are the streets, no matter where you go. Got miners doing the peddling, taking all that risk to make a rep for themselves, only making around minimum wage.
The streets are the streets, much like how trucks are good trucks. Here we go. Our favorite part. Let's go.
Yes. This is why Squidward
this is what we've been waiting
here.
For.
This is why Squidward is here. If I can find the fucking page in this messed up fucking.
Are you lost, Mr. Squidward?
I am. There we go. Squidward. Squidward. Come on.
Squidward Horseman.
There we go. Squidward for you. Oh shit! I didn't realize I could zoom in with my mouse. Well, because I'm on a laptop, so I got like the fucking.
No, I got you. Yeah.
All right. Nothing to see or learn at street level. I have to take the high ground and scope out how things work. Follow the money going in and the dope coming out. No rooftop lookouts. That tells me something.
I can feel the vibration of the music below. That confirms my suspicion. The fix is in for this operation. Someone's getting paid to look the other way. Not me. My eyes are wide open. You're my ticket, tough guy.
You love doing the sound effects.
Who is it?
It's Moosey. Let me in.
Lucy? What for? Oh, start it again. There. So yeah, who is it?
It's Moosey. Let me in.
What for? Piss in the hall.
Tell him you gotta pee.
Gotta leak real bad, Bobby.
And that's when he says piss in the hall.
Oh, oh whoops.
Rookie still doesn't get the flow of reading comics.
Whoops. To me, I was reading it like we're panning up for some reason. I see though. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, tell him you gotta pee. He gotta take a leak. Piss in the hall. Okay, I got you. I got you. That's a rookie flub right there. So hold on. So yeah, piss in the hall like some animal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You need to lay off them pops, son. Okay, Angus. I'm sorry.
What?
We have another moment. What? You need to lay off them pops, son.
I'm assuming pop's supposed to be slang for like drugs. Like in the Penguin, they got this mushroom-based drug called Bliss. It's not real, but
On One also was referenced to drugs.
No. Well, yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
must be like a crack smoker, you know. That's what that, you know, you're being real crazy. You're really on something, ain't you? You know, that's what it is.
Gotcha. Okay, so learning new lingos. Yeah, you need to lay off them pops, son. That just sounds so weird to me to say it like that, because pops and son. All right, I'll let you in. Yo, crack.
I'm only here for the money. No reason anyone needs to get hurt. Like these guys ever need a reason.
Shoot this fool.
Okay, now I can get to that spread. Okay.
Blam.
There we go. That's where we're at now.
So much for poor Moosey. If I'd known they were going to be this wired, I'd have used the doorman for a shield. But it's a poor workman who blames his tools.
It's it's an all right shot. Using him as a meat shield as he kills the rest of them. Oh,
sorry, I was pausing because I'm like, all right, so
that guy's face in the corner on the right is pretty funny. He's like,
the trick to surprise is to work in close. Make them as much a danger to each other as they are to me. Catch them while they're still disoriented. Use up their reaction time. Let's be reasonable here.
His face.
Call this the price of doing business.
And then his narration.
Never been good at guessmates. Looks like maybe 50 grand or more. Don't start anything you can't finish now. That's rent and groceries for this year. Maybe we'll get Getflix.
All right.
He could have just said streaming, but they had to make their own fake Netflix called Getflix.
I can lay back a while, hang up the guns, maybe even get a real job to occupy my nights.
All right, so you're the black guy, I'm the white guy.
Yeah. What's your read, Lex?
Let's brace them. Tell them the rules.
Wham!
So,
what do you call yourself? The Mass Marauder?
He's more like Captain Badass, Lex, or the Avenging Mofo.
Or maybe we'll just call you Hector Lee Caballero. That's your name, right?
We checked out your VIN number and your ride, dumbass.
You down here from Drescher on vacay?
Ricky?
It's more Squidward, right? Next.
No, it's the cops are talking back and forth.
Yeah, vacay. And then
yeah, I said that, and now it's you, black guy.
Oh, it's the way it looks like it's coming from Horseman.
Right.
So,
it's horribly.
Okay. So, but that's from him. I gotcha. Yeah. Or maybe he's relocated to Lone Star State.
That it, Hotshot? You a Texan now?
Have to say we admire your work.
By the way, we're partners now.
Partners, yeah, equal partners. Hector.
We left you a 30 a take. Rookie move. Bonehead move. New town. New players.
Rookie critic move aside.
Stupid.
New guy.
And I deployed on 0 intel. No recon. I've put everything at risk. And I'm on the hook to 2 dirty cops. They own me. Unless I can work free of this.
This is our infamous shot.
Yeah, this is the squid hand.
He's even more evidence that he's Mr. Squidward on vacation.
It looks like someone put that on like a fake shirt. Like, hey, new from the Rippaverse. All right, I'm gonna stop. Catch up with see how the chat's feeling at this point.
Pretty good. Sorry for my couple of comic reading flubs there, but
no, you're fine.
Getting into it.
Let me see. If it's one thing we need to erase, it's the blood-brain barrier. Am I right, fellow crackheads? So Eric is grasping and benighted. His picture is in the dictionary. It's the dictionary definition of grasping. We finally get an Eric tell-all, decades in the making, about time, if you ask me. Hey, you want to know what makes money? Batman. Wow, Bennett is a genius. The Rippaverse. Eric should own a chicken restaurant and sell his suck-ass comic company. Chuck Dixon, Eric July. So are these fellas cooming all over the place? All he has to do is ditch the car and change outfits. No, I was not making up the dialogue. That is the narration. Like there's a lot of narration interspersed throughout this, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
EVS would ask, why waste panels on sleeping? No one cares. Hey, what's up, Cotton? We are reading Horseman, giving you the scoop. Pop is soda ink. Wait, no. In the no, wrong.
No, the context is different. No,
you dumb fuck. Oh my god, I should make you super chat before I ever read a message from you again. Let me see. All right, so before he kicks in the door, he's like some animal, because they tell him to pee in the hallway, and the guy's like, you need to lay off them pops, son. Oh, actually, Stoney might be right. I was reading this because they're going to like a drug den or something.
Why would soda be of concern to?
Yeah, it reads
unless they were seen unless that character was drinking soda. The other characters are drinking soda in the room, unless that's beer.
So I guess you're right, Stoney. But in the context, the flow of reading, I assume this is some sort of Rippaverse drug slang. You know, like there's poppers. I don't know what they are exactly, but like gay guys take them.
Well, I guess I just typically don't imagine a drug gang or whatever they're going on here.
Yeah, whatever it is,
we've got soda pop. You know, like it's usually alcohol.
Hey, hello,
So,
Hung Kong Fooey.
Hong Kong Fooey.
He says he just wants $1,000 to review it.
Yep.
So basically glad I
happen,
haven't bought Horseman. No, you should get it.
I think it's worth at least the $5.
But no, actually, Stoney, you might have actually been right.
You might be right, Stoney,
because
though.
He's like, it was a joke. I like this tone. Like, it was a joke. Calm down, bro. Hey, man, it was a joke. And it's like,
yeah, no, it's good.
Was it? Was it?
Regardless. But no, I don't really like it because when you say like pops and then son follows it, like
yeah, you're supposed to say sody pops.
Well, when you say pops is like you old man pops, and then he says son afterward. So I don't know. Just to me, I don't like them being right next to each other, even if you're not referring to old man pops. Still, I do like though that it also says rookie move, and it's just like rook. I'm the rookie critic, so there you go.
I don't get it.
Funny. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I mean, if we're like actually commenting on some of the stuff here, some of the pages and the past couple panels look fine, but there's some funny drawn faces. I don't know if they're intended to be funny or not, but like when Horseman's like in the last page, hovering over a guy, he's like, ah! It just looks, it just looks kind of funny.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just making sure I send
the page where he shoots everyone on that like double page looked pretty good for what it was. Again, facial expressions in that were pretty funny, but looked all right.
Yeah.
Angus and I agree. This flows better so far than any of the other Rippaverse comics. Like it flows better. It flows faster. You can follow the events going on here really easily. It's just, flows nicer.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I can follow along. I'm not scratching my head every 5 seconds.
There's not too many.
I'm not having to reread the page
stuff,
5 times to make sure I got it right. Like, wait, what?
There's not too much vagueness about it. It's pretty direct for the most part with what it's saying, so it's not too bad. Some of the stuff's kind of funny. Like it says, the streets are the streets, no matter where you go. Like, okay, like there's in the Rippaverse comics, there's dialogue like that all the time. That's just repeating the same words often.
The Squidwards. All right, I'm making sure. This is very annoying because like when you take all these pictures, for whatever reason, Google Mail has not elevated itself.
I feel like it used to function better a couple of years ago, and now it's like even worse.
Yeah, now I have to send picture by picture, and then it's like I have like 80 pictures of a comic, and I'm like trying to make sure it's the right one.
I was gonna just DM you one by one, but I'm like, I don't know how long this will take, and I don't want to take that long sending pictures,
right, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm at that one. So boom. I'm trying to get at least like 10 down, get this in chunks.
Yeah. Well, and as we're on, since while you're doing that, about the like, funky looking hand with the multiple fingers, like I would just say, yeah, that looks like a weird flaw, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not as goofy as like Squidward nose from the thing, that's more prominent. This one's just like, one of those things where he probably could have just covered the hands with something else or whatever, but just didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, what are you counting?
His fingers.
It just sounds horrible, especially Rookie being like a total novice with comics. He's not really into this medium, and even he's like, oh man.
Well, so like something, it's the things that I'm more disappointed about is like the character is called Horseman, and or they want to call him the Horseman. Sure, whatever. Like that doesn't make a difference to me. But like he doesn't seem to have anything that's like, why is it a horse-based costume? I guess, but it's also not really. Like I guess it's more. You could say it's more akin to a chess piece, but even then, it's kind of like, why? You'd assume he'd have to get his helmet built at least. Like,
all right,
Poppers, all the other equipment,
Poppers. What is it slang for? Poppers are a group of chemicals that people breathe in, inhale to get high. These party drugs are typically made with amyl nitrite, or a similar substance. People sniff nitrite vapors to get a fast feeling of euphoria or muscle relaxation, often during sex. And it's like, well, it still doesn't clear up the wait, so you're relaxed? It's like, yeah, okay, I guess this is maybe the butthole thing's right with what Stoney said. I guess people asphyxiate using it too much or something.
Could be. I mean, I guess I think it probably is just to a soda because you needed to pee.
Okay, what are they used for? In the medical world, it is a vasodilator. It opens your blood vessels. It lowers your blood pressure and raises your heart rate. Doctors may prescribe it to relieve angina, which is chest pain. To use this medication, you crush it, whatever. And recreationally, people do poppers to feel a rush euphoria, boost their skin sensations, relax the muscles. The drugs work very quickly. They dilate. See, I'm reading this and it's like, oh, it relaxes. So then I'm like, how does that help with sex? Because, the Cialis Viagra that was made initially for like blood pressure, and then they had the side effect of like, oh, it's a boner pill. So like it raises your blood pressure, so you have more vitality, So right. I'm like, and I hear this as like, oh, it's a gay thing, and I'm like, what? I'm investigating. This makes no sense. Poppers in the LGBT, man, this article just keeps getting better. Okay, every time I think it's letting me down and unclear. Their poppers are party drug in the gay and queer community dating back to the 1970s. The drugs only give you a brief high, can relax muscles in your butt or vagina, which can make the sex more comfortable and pleasurable. The alphabet community pushed back when Australia's Therapeutic Goods Administration proposed a ban on poppers. They felt that the law unfairly targeted gay men. That's because men who have sex with other men sometimes use these drugs to make receiving less painful. So, subject matter expert on anal relaxants, Stoney McInternet douche, was spot on. Thank you. And what better drug to sponsor this reading than poppers with Horseman and his giant elongated brick cock?
It'll relax your blood cells.
No, it doesn't work like blood cells. What?
Let me
you got
know
new glasses?
No, same old ones.
Huh.
Next show, I'll get some new ones.
They just look different today.
Could be.
I thought they looked bigger, and I was like, "Oh wow, did you get grandpa glasses?"
No, the same old rectangular glasses.
I don't know.
Good there. All right, Jenny Jim, we got to get back
to
a
gay drug gang that sells poppers.
Could be too. And the poppers could have been in the soda pop. We don't know.
It's because he has a big penis. Exactly. Okay, I've sent about 20 to myself, so we can start looking at some more Horseman.
The next section,
and the next one, and the
next.
Wait, what did fucking Chuck Dixmas say? He said,
about what?
Only this time, the next time. See you here next time.
Yes. The streets are the streets. He thought I thought I got him, but I didn't get him. But he got me. The way that a lot of things are phrased are weird. That's why I don't like, like in the trailer for this, he's like, let us do what we do. So
yeah,
stop repeating words.
Same,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
You say the same words all the time. It sounds really weird to me, just all the time.
All right,
I'll get you, Angus. I'll get you.
Okay.
What?
Sorry, I accidentally skipped a page. So after the fingers page.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
All right. So that's you, Ricky. You're the lady.
Yeah. So someone's grumpy.
Wait,
yeah,
Squidward.
We're on the page after the fingers page. You're somewhere else.
No. I know on the screen, but we're reading properly.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Yep. So someone's grumpy.
Oh, first day on a new job.
It's more than that.
A line boss is riding me.
If you don't want your bacon,
it's yours, buddy. I just need to prove myself. It's all good.
New jobs are hard. Next week, you'll be doing it in your sleep.
Thanks, sis. I'm going to hit the sack for a few hours.
Is Uncle Heck sad? I don't think he's sad. I think it's more like he's mad. Mad about who? Mad at who? Oh, chocolate. Oh. Get into that. So I don't think he's sad. I think it's more that he's mad. Mad at who? Not at you, honey. At who? I guess he's mad how things turned out. Some of it's grief. What's that? Grief is when you miss someone you've lost, like I miss your daddy. So who does Uncle Heck miss? I don't know. Maybe the man he used to be.
I'm supposed to be looking out for them. And what do? I bring the wolf to their door. What if I got arrested or killed? What good is...
Jesus, sometimes this repeating shit, you're like, you catch it.
I
Like,
you think you're reading it wrong,
right?
But then it's like, wait, no, hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It messes me up because I'm like, well, wait,
right here.
Said the words.
What
good is the good?
Right, if it puts everyone I love in danger. I'm not a soldier anymore. What am I? A looter? A parasite? A criminal? I have to work this out. There's gotta be a way. Damn.
All right, so I'm Tuna, and I am the white cop.
Okay.
So this is the introduction of Tuna. If you don't know, on this cover, it says, "Kill or be killed, and time is running out." The first appearance of the Horseman, plus Tuna, Blitz, and Sturm. Not Storm, not Strum. Sturm. Sturm.
Okay. We're at Big Eats Pizzeria.
So, wait, what's it called? Big Eats. God, they're so lame. And I think they spelled. Doesn't pizzeria have an E?
I don't know. It's pizzeria.
Yeah.
Pizzeria.
It's pizzeria.
Pizzeria.
That might be Portuguese, but pizzeria has an E in it. Anyway, that was just a little nitpick where I'm like, oh my God. Because it looks like they just like they just copy and pasted that and like turned it for the sign.
Possibly.
So that's why I'm like, you couldn't even spell it right. Like you just typed that in, you know? Anyway, so I'm Tuna and I'm the cop. How's this happen? You gotta explain this to me. How's this kind of thing happen? Some buster comes in my house, takes my money, messes up my boys. Look, Tuna, it's this way. Don't you even be sitting down, Tremaine. Y'all detectives, ain't you? Let me get to the next page. Y'all detectives, ain't you? So why ain't you out there detecting and stuff? Leads a slim, Tuna. The guy was in a mask.
Forensics came up with nada. Again, I don't know. That came off weird to me. Forensics came up with nada. Has to be rival outfit.
Okay, here's a quick. Okay, so like, I love watching like classic rock stuff, and the Who did like the Rock Honors, and before they did like some sort of like documentary or something for like their tour before that. Maybe it was during. Anyway, the singer for the Who, he gets his voice ready by singing Johnny Cash playing the guitar. That's how he gets ready. Now, Brian Johnson of AC/DC with all of his screaming, you think like, oh, this guy's got to do probably some complex work on his vocal cords to like stay in shape, to sing, to fucking belt that shit out back in black stuff. No, he's like, yeah, I go, you, and then he's good. That's okay. So here's a quick little ute for you. All right. When you're reading a black guy, if you're stuck, like, wait, what? How do I mean black voice? You just like, we ain't found shit. Boom.
Well, I was tripped up on the word nada. I was tripped up on the word nada. I was like, I thought
Forensics came up with nada.
My head was saying data or something, but it was like nada, and I was like, "What's nada?" in my head. But so I was like, "That's neat." I need to read that again. It was a he's on one again, man. That sounded weird just to say it. So forensics came up with nada. Has to be a rival outfit.
Where does that leave me? I go to war with everyone. I pay you to do a job. You find this mother. All right, now we're on Horseman narration.
Can't be too many guys named Lex with a badge. That's him a few years and a few pounds ago. And here's his pal, Milo Torville Deems, both currently assigned to narcotics.
Is that a dating site? I hope.
Sis, I might be testing the waters.
For some reason, took that as like, I might be drunk testing the waters. Anyway. Good. Good. You need to meet someone. You can't be looking after us all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
But be careful. You know what they say about the girls here in Texas.
What's that they say?
Well, when you find out, you tell me.
All right, so this is the white cup. Let me turn the page for the readers. Look at this, Milo, a solid citizen, keeping his ride street legal.
We ain't found shit. What did we want? So stupid. I was trying to say it to just flow into it and then just fucked it up. So, yeah. What do we want to get? We ain't found shit. What do we get pulled over again?
This wasn't part of the deal.
There's no deal. This is an employee-employer relationship. You work for us.
We just wanted to stop by and put a face to the mask.
You mean you wanted to lean on me?
Wait, is that like a black joke? Because the movie Lean on Me?
I don't know, man.
Urban
I don't
ninja
understand.
cop.
I don't understand, man. I don't know. They made the white cop kind of like Bill Murray. They could be doing a reference, or
like the way they wrote the white cop. That's why I got this like attempt at like, hey, I'm a Jersey wise guy. Like.
Sorry, I'm fudging up the black voice.
Sorry,
Angus is much better at narrating than I am.
Sorry, I ruined your Black Panther party.
Angus is a much more natural narrator than I am.
We want to make sure you stay on the job, amigo. We got bills to pay, ex-wives, car payments.
I'm new in town. Maybe you can point me at a right take.
You think what I'm thinking, Milo?
Right there would be your big boy. Could solve a problem we've been having. Right there with you, big boy. Could solve a problem we've been having.
And breaking a boodle while he's at it. That's 3 stash houses. All in late. Yeah, no, I definitely, when I read it myself, I'm like, raking a boodle.
I'll admit, they're thrown in a lot of phrases that I've just never heard of before.
Kit and caboodle.
But yeah, kit and caboodle, not a rake in a boodle. What?
You can do all sorts of things with the boodle, my friend.
I don't know what a boodle is.
Well, now we got to look into linguistics here. Boodle. There is a website called Boodle Learning. All right, dictionary. Money, especially that gained or spent illegally or improperly. So there is a boodle.
Okay, thank you.
That's 3 more stash houses, all in Lake Park.
Should keep you busy the rest of the week.
And then we're done.
Done.
We're just getting started.
Oh wait, is that was that right? Was that the black guy's line?
It
Done.
Well, I mean, it's mainly the white guy.
Was that Squidward's line or his line too?
It's mainly the white guy talking. So
okay,
I feel like the black guy would be like, "Done." I mean, both of them could just be the white guy. It's not clear, but more than likely it is just the white guy.
Okay,
Lex or whatever. All right. Let me see. Here we go. Back to Horseman narration.
After action reports number 150 to 152. The list was righteous. I hit all 3 in one night. I learned that in the service. When the bad guy's on his back foot, you keep him there. I figured I could buy my way out with one fat haul. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Three hits in one night. Why does this keep happening? If I can't rely on your ass, I fire your ass. I need to hire me some outside talent. You cops are playing me. Don't be so hasty, Tuna.
we got leads. We talking to people. We'll nail this guy down for you.
Yeah, well, my ride's here. Just so you know, there's no sugar till you hand this mother over to me.
Think this hand is played?
Yeah, I do. Time to cash out and give up Captain Fabulous.
Sweet, while it lasted.
That tone does not. There's no energy.
I'd have to say, we found shit. Sweet, while it lasted. You know, I have to like go into it right after.
Dot.
For some reason, because it's like I don't know. I'm just reading it like it's one sweet.
Now,
sweet,
let me tell you.
I know.
Let me tell you. Once we get to the end of this, you're just going to be scratching your head. You're like, wait, what? What?
Sometimes it's laid out normally, and I'm just fucking up. But then sometimes it says something so weird. I'm like, what? Ever since You Must Be On One, I've been confused.
Ever since the first book, I've been confused.
What?
I ain't getting the results I need. You got a number for those Nazi mothers?
Bertz and Sturm?
Yeah, them.
Oh boy.
Who is that? Oh, that's Squidward. No, it's Squidward. From that angle, I couldn't tell that was Squidward.
Now it's you.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, buddy.
Mom got busy with work. She wants to know if we can get Chinese tonight.
What? What did you say?
Chocolate. Uncle Heck.
No, I was waiting for you to say like
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah. I'll call it in. You like Mugu?
Yeah, Uncle Heck. That your money?
Oh, yeah. I cash my paycheck.
Don't you usually get paid on Friday?
This was kind of a signing bonus.
Cool. Can I have a lobster roll?
Sure, buddy.
Your phone's ringing.
Yeah. I have it, you know.
Oh, wait, fuck.
I have it. You know, picking walkover on Mitchell. See you in 20.
All right, I guess this is the white cup. You know, money's like Chinese food, Milo. An hour later, and you just want more.
You got our goods, amigo.
I got him.
How do we know the split is right?
I counted it in thirds. You don't like it, we can dissolve the partnership.
Okay, all's cool here.
Put that back or I'll kill you.
SpongeBob.
No, I just read that like in Squidward. I just read that straight, and then Rookie instantly starts laughing. I'm like,
sorry. I can't keep my composure like that. I'll kill you.
Put that back or I'll kill you. I mean it.
Squidward would easily say that to SpongeBob and Patrick. So
and then he would walk off, and you're like, all right, now it's you, black guy.
We gave you another stash house.
It's in the Brompton section near the river block. I'll check it out. I got that feeling. You can't lie to a liar. You know that guy we talked about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, the old Drucker Mills building? I know it. That's where he'll be. When? Wait, he says when with no question mark.
Just when. When.
I only know where, not when.
Hey there.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, they gave us free wontons. What's wrong, buddy? Don't you like wontons?
No.
Oh.
A signing bonus in cash? Filthy, smelly cash?
Wait, you should try to be more feminist than that.
Filthy, smelly cash.
A signing bonus in cash? Filthy, smelly cash? I don't know.
It's a side hustle, sis. I wanted to be a surprise.
Surprise me. I'm going with fat feminist. Okay, that's what
all right, we're gonna check in on the chat while I send in more pictures to myself. Rookie, you.
Yeah, what is up, chat here? Angus is really good at just going with the flow and not breaking character with it. But like I don't know, some of these I just gotta laugh, and then when I'm reading them, man, like I gotta look like. I don't know. When I'm reading it by myself, I can examine it, and then it's like, all right, there we go. That's how it's said. When I'm reading out loud, I don't always catch, oh, there isn't a period there, or no, there is a period there, and I just read that totally wrong, or something. And then, yeah, Squidward's the fun voice out of all these. Everybody in the chat's probably gonna read Horseman from now on with Squidward voice, and they're gonna have a good time. It's pretty fun. Squidward's a fun character in general to play as.
Yeah, I like well, so my background, if people don't know, when I worked at the steel company, some of y'all know that guy died. He got crushed in a pusher, which is very funny to me because he was the operator. So like I came to work, everyone's sitting outside, and like, you ain't gonna be able to work today. I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, someone died. I'm like, what? How? And they're like, oh, they got crushed. And I'm thinking like a forklift dropped a 5,000 pound fucking coil. And it's like, why is this a forklift? Someone get hit? And I'm like, oh no, it was like on the machine. And I'm like, what? And then they're saying, oh, it was your line. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, it was that put. And I'm like, what? How who? And then it's like, oh, it was the operator. And then the whole time I'm like racking my brain, like, what the fuck? Did he get like his fucking arm caught when it was running? Or, because I was at the time I was training guys, and I'm thinking like, what have I missed to not fucking like stamp in their heads? Because again, I was a medic, so I work in these factory jobs. I work like under pressure. I'm always looking for things to catch you, hurt you. So I always got like, once I learn a spot, I have like a way of like, all right, I put my hand here. I turn this way, I place my feet this way, and so I try to instill that in the guys below me. Anyway, we figured out what happened. He fucking dropped his tape gun, and instead of waiting for the mechanism to stop after 5 seconds or just stopping the line so nothing's moving, while it was like he tried to like go over one pole and under two that was like the hydraulic press piece, and so it retracted and crushed him to death. And so me and a coworker ended up making all these funny songs, retooling shit like Folsom Prison or Welcome to the Jungle, and we would like tool it to be about him dying. And so that's my cruel humor. Anyway, the other thing that would like pass the time besides singing these dead guy songs was when we'd have to like fix something, and my kind of just like, well, you know, shit hit the fan. It would be Squidward, like
jellyfishing.
You know, it was just like a dumb thing and kept things positive for me. It was like, well, you know, it's another day at work, whatever. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so Squidward's near and dear to my heart.
Oh yeah.
And so when Dick posted that Squidward thing, that imprinted on my brain, Horseman is Squidward.
Horseman is Squidward.
And so what a great transition once we get to that scene to make him Squidward abruptly instead of like Punisher.
Punisher or Batman or something, trying to be gruff and cool. No, he's actually Squidward in disguise. He's on vacation from SpongeBob trying to do a little
dead or alive, you're coming with me.
I had to break. I was like, dude, that's just, I could see him saying this stuff to SpongeBob and shit. Just
all right, you can carry on with the chat while I send more pictures to myself.
Oh, that's all good. Summer Swan dropped by for a moment there. Said to check out Wizard of Work play on Wednesday nights. Yep, go check that out.
Why would I do that, Summer Swan?
Shifter says, is Horseman a gelding? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it means they cut their nuts off.
Okay.
It's like a steer for cows. Gelding's a cut horse.
Yikes. Yeah, and then Stoney says, Angus reviews, did I just see a wheelchair? Woke diversity here?
Yeah. Well, also she's a redhead, so she will definitely get recast in the Netflix adaptation as black.
Is she going to have superpowers in the next issue?
No, she's going to be black.
We'll see. Jimmy the Lumberjack has joined the chat as well. What's up? Says Hale.
I feel like I've seen that name.
Yeah, I think he's been around the chat sometimes.
Sorry, I've been very active on Twitter last few days, so you know, I'll like see like someone liked your thing, and then I look at who they are, and it's like they have no followers and they have no organic posts, not even retweets. There's like nothing. So it's like I'm just gonna mute this person because I don't want like to like they post something and reply and they're like, oh, let me respond. And it's like, oh, I'm just hurting my algorithm talking to like a possible bot, you know. So I've just had a flood of fucking names in my head recently.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy asks, does Horseman have a job with an alter ego?
Well, you'll have to find out at the end, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
We got about 30 pages left.
Almost to the end of Horseman.
We're almost done.
It says, I'm not a bot, trust me.
No. I'm just saying, like, dealing with bots, you know, it's like
you got the mentality to be not sure right away of that. Like, okay. But we believe you. We believe you, buddy. That's good.
I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't.
Should have faith in Mr. Squidward.
We're all Horseman.
we watched the episode last night where Squidward makes an opposite day for SpongeBob, so he can go screw around somewhere else and not ruin everything. So you can be quiet, and then he ends up trying to go fix up SpongeBob's house. The lady check out his house comes in, and SpongeBob pretends to be Squidward, and then by the time Squidward comes back, you know, who are you? And well, I'm Mr. Squidward. He's Squidward. He's Squidward. You're Squidward. I'm Squidward. Just nice and funny. Little SpongeBob. Get old sponge boob, string boob, squire pants. With that stuff, nice and good. Or actually, I haven't read to this part yet, honestly. So this is all new for me. But Tuna, what do you think of Tuna as a villain? I mean, he looks like he would be a villain. So I will give him credit on that, I suppose.
It's weird because he's in Florespark, and we've already established that Darren Fontana is kind of like the big bad in Florespark, and he's not like big and foreboding, but he's basically like Black Kingpin. And so then it's like, oh well, let's abruptly make another Kingpin, like a Jersey. He feels like a Jersey guy, like a Sopranos character, like a caricature of that. In sweats or whatever, but then he's got a mullet and he's in Texas. And it's like, what?
Well, and if he knows Darren Fontano, you would think it would be like, hey, can you like help me out with this? There's this dude that's like effing everything up, and then he'd send some of his, super guys.
When you're building an empire, sometimes you must ally yourself with a potential enemy.
But this is why it probably shouldn't have taken place in Florespark initially, at least with Tuna. Like, have him be an entity somewhere else that
in Drescher.
Have
the story in Chicago, and then they flee to Texas.
Have it be that he basically chased Horseman out of the
get country. On out of here.
I was going to say out of the town, out of the city, out of the state, out of the country of wherever they're from. Because it's the different country in America. Chase him out of there, and he goes to Texas where other people are. Sort of like that. This would be kind of good by this point. By what is this, the 6th book in their universe, to kind of at least, you don't have to be super explicit, but just give little hints of how the new countries work in their weird America. It's different. You could
I ain't writing this in crayon.
You could do subtle things to give some info.
I'm not holding your hand, bitch. Nigga.
Him leaving one area.
Whole ass nigga.
Him leaving one area and moving into Florespark could give us that information of like, if he's not in Texas at all, like what does that mean to go over the border there? If he is in Texas and stuff, why choose Florespark over anywhere else? Like, you'd think that Florespark would be known for having all the activity that it does. And like, why would he want to go where it's that active, or does he want to go there because it's that active? Like, I don't know. It's not really made that important. He says that he's got to move because these guys are going to get him. When he also kind of implies that they're not. I don't know. It was a little confusing at the beginning with like the bad guy's intention. Him convincing himself he's got to move. Essentially, he's like, I forget what the dialogue was. He's like, yeah, they keep coming. Then we can discuss it later with it, but I suppose there's a lot of self-narration at the beginning.
That picture twice. I accidentally like snap. So I'm like, fuck, I sent that twice.
He says like no pro would take it this far. And then he says they're not giving up. I take out a bunch of these, but a bunch more will show up. It's like, well, so these aren't pros then? Like,
he's like, they're professionals. These got to be professionals or a family thing. It's like, wait, what?
But they're probably professionals. He's like, but he says no pro would take it this far. So we're kind of like, so pros would just give up and not try to pursue you. Like, I don't understand what you mean by that. And when you're in the heat of battle with these guys, no pro would try to kill me. I think that is probably exactly what they would try to do. If that's what they're supposed to do. But
yeah, it's a fucking headache.
Is there an advertisement for a Horseman statue in the book? Should go for $3.95.
I think there's a Yaira at the very back. There's a Yaira
statue on.
How long has this been selling? And they're still trying to sell out of 500 statues.
It's been like 5 months now or something.
It's been a while. Yeah, at the back of the book, it has up next Blood Ruth.
Yeah, I got it right here.
And then the next page is Rippazine. To catch up on the Ripazine. And then the next page is want more animation and other Rippaverse Studios media? Become a member at rippaverse.com. And then it's got Rippasend services offered. And then it's got get caught up on the Rippaverse. And then it's got the Yaira statue.
God, how many and thens can there be?
And it's just like, I think you're the hoe ass nigga, Eric. Because these people just can't keep shelling out money. Like,
well, I'm literally at a point where it's like, okay,
most of your fans are broken white, fat white, out of shape, out of money.
If we're gonna get one,
yeah,
yes, my fat broke ass subway ass, can't afford to keep on getting it. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me share. Let's continue.
Jimmy says, yeah, come on. Professional killers don't give up. Family killers are like mom and pop outfits, and they have to retreat as they're not professional. Eric July. That's one black hole. The show.
All right. What page am I on? What page? Trying to make
the many pages of Horseman.
Here we go. All right.
I had no choice. I told Patty everything.
My uncle's a superhero. No, Daddy, your uncle is an idiot.
Look, I was just utilizing my skills.
So there is no job at Itzabu.
Such a stupid name for a car company.
It's
either Itzabu or Itzabu.
I'm like wanting to say it so differently. Itzabu.
Itzabu. What do I know how to do, sis? The army taught me to fight. It's all I've ever been good at, and I promise to support you guys.
At the risk of your life, you could get killed.
Same as when I was deployed.
It's not the same. That was for your country. This is for money. Promise me you'll stop doing this.
I will. Promise. I'm lying.
Just so you know, like trying to read it to y'all, it's like this is a sequence. It's like,
I will. Promise. I'm lying.
His face is like a little sneakery boy.
Actually, all right. So look at this face. This is Horseman. It's a smaller panel, but it's still a panel just with his face. And look at him here. Like there's no consistency with like the jaw structure, the eye placement.
That was why when you're reading that one character, I was like, "Who's that?" I didn't know it was Horseman.
It's me, Horseman.
I thought it was a different character. It didn't look the same. So take it from I will. I promise.
I will. I promise. I'm lying.
And no one else knows about this.
No one. Another lie.
I'm picturing him saying tee after he says I'm lying.
Another lie.
Start looking for a real job tomorrow. I'm not going to have my big brother leaping around rooftops every night. Low man. Another moment, I'm seriously like, what is that? What is this?
Okay, so this is what's funny. Earlier in narration, he says, after action report 150 to 152. And then abruptly, 10 plus pages later, we're doing 152.
Yeah, I will say this is a better picture of Horseman here. Like, you never tell he's Squidward from here.
After action report 152. It's not like I can just quit. I have a couple of problems named Tremaine and Deems. Once I'm out from under them, I can start job hunting.
Oh, dude, this is where the trailer takes place, I think.
Yeah. Wait.
He's going to get a job to do that job. What are you saying?
I love it.
Let me get the next page for you good people.
Jimmy says, Lo Mein, is he the head of a Chinese gang? That kid is smart.
No, earlier they went out for Chinese. So.
Yeah.
Might be a nice change. Working for a paycheck. Something inside my skill set. Maybe a cop or a bouncer. I don't see any lookouts. Not even a surveillance camera. Someone's playing their jams.
Bam, rap music.
Are they cocky or just stupid? Or maybe they weren't expecting me.
Shit. Or are you saying shit? That's your shit.
Whoops. Take it from the top of this panel.
Or maybe they weren't expecting me. Shit. They were expecting me.
Yes, as you just said, yes.
Just so people see how this
there's a consistent I feel like it's not on purpose comedy, like when Isam's falling onto the car, the one thing I can't do is
I think when I said like, hey, you made like a really funny gag here, I think that set him off like, I ain't being funny.
But it's like this is funny, or maybe they weren't expecting me. Shit, they were expecting me. it's like the
it's Thrasher all over again. I made someone mad. Someone with a lot of juice and an army. And they mean business.
I'm imagining it's like, Squidward, get out of there. Save me, Squidward.
All right, so we get this spread. Sorry, I can't flip it on Twitter.
Ranger School training kicks in. Always move forward. Run to the guns. Most of these cats learn to shoot by watching movies, and most of their targets run away or hunt for cover. I'm a new experience for them.
And yeah, we get 2 back-to-back 2-page spreads.
It's always about the high ground. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Just voice every character as Squidward in Star Wars.
Never tell me the odds.
Wait, I'm trying to think what's like a really funny line to make it Squidward. Like Yoda doesn't work because he's already like strange.
He's already kind of weird. I mean, Bane, do you feel in charge?
Do you feel in charge?
You think you adapted the darkness. I was raised in its mode.
No. He's like,
you think the darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
All right, that high ground just took me out of it. You see, like, I legitimately love these books because they're so funny and like they just open the door for just my own humor.
They are comedic gateways for us.
I was laughing. I was doing this narration by myself. Like me and Ricky started, and then we got about a third through before I had to go to bed, and then I took it up on my own, and I was just having a fucking hell of a time. All right.
It's always about the high ground. I work in among them. Work in too close for the mooks in truck 2 to fire on me. Bring the pain. This is the alpha dog. Take him down and the fight's half over. Listen their options. Take out their transport and get my ass gone.
Ooh.
Took a lot of rounds. Hurting, but not bleeding. This was a lot of force to be deployed in one place. A full court press. And no money. No stash. No lab. A setup all the way.
No SpongeBob. No Patrick.
Get up, sis.
What the heck?
No questions. I called a cab. Pack some things. I'll get Danny. Take the train. Take a bus. Get as far as the money will take you. and stay there.
Just remember, I'm mad as the hell at you right now.
It's okay. You gotta be alive to be mad.
And you cool down in a nice, hot, cool bath.
The secret identity thing turns out to be a bust. I'm compromised. My family's in danger. Time for damage control. Time to settle scores.
One guy did this.
He was everywhere, Hefe. He was everywhere, Hefe, and like bulletproof in that. He broke my node with his. Oh my god, damn it! God, it's fucking dialogue. I hate. He broke my node with his mask.
Just so you see my rookie's tripping up.
He broke my node.
No, he's like, he broke my nose with his mask. Like that's the idea.
Oh, well, yeah. I can't see. They're not showing his covering his nose.
That's the idea, though.
But that would be better if they showed that. That'd be better for me to know it's how. Because I'm like, I don't know what. Okay, he broke my nose with his mask. Yeah, I get that now. But
yeah,
the visual would have helped.
What's funny is Eric's like, Hibbity, don't be looting my characters. But then it's like, I don't know. He's like unnecessary. Like, it's just funny because the same people that are buying this enthusiastically, unironically, are the same people that like will retweet like, what's the worst unnecessary sex scene in film? You know, like, and yet here's Joe Bennett just like ass and titties, ass and titties. And it's like, yes. Yeah, cool. More of that. Do that to Bloodruth. Do that to Yaira.
Well, he did mention in the beginning weird thing. He was just like, yeah, there needs to be women in things as they should be. So it's like, all right, he's got his mind somewhere. So that's good.
All right. Tuna's like, fools, damn fools. Oh, damn it. Did I miss a page? I fucking missed a page.
No. Or wait, where are you going to next?
Yeah, I missed the one. Somehow.
So far, you're right. And then we
no. I'm just saying, like, I
didn't take parts where he says, "Y'all hearing this nonsense?
Y'all hearing this nonsense?" All right. So, do you want to be the girl or the guy?
I'll do the guy this time. Turn us loose, Tuna.
Let us do what we do.
I hate the dialogue. You want, yeah, turn us loose, Tuna.
Let us do what we do.
You want to know who sliced this masked mother on your ass? We'll find out, won't we, Blitz?
Surest thing, Sturm. Pay our price, turn us loose, and have a righteous alibi, Tuna.
See what you damn fools drove me to by not doing your jobs? Y'all made me hire a pair of damn Nazis. All right, so you can be the cop, the guy if you want.
Yeah, I'll be these people on this page, actually.
Okay.
In general, I'll just go back and forth with them. We got shots fired. 9 one-on-one calls all over the neighborhood. 911 calls.
Yeah, I was like, I was about to be like, it's 911.
I was reading that like a news.
Someone called 911.
I was reading like a news report or something, like one-on-one encounters with Horseman or something. That's what I was thinking. We got shots fired. 911 calls from all over the neighborhood. And then the fire calls. I think I see the problem here, Mick. We've got too much evidence. Gonna take weeks to sift through this. About a zillion shots fired and no bodies. And all this blood, you know there were fatalities? No, it's not a question. All this blood, there were fatalities. I ever tell you how much I hate mysteries, Callie? Oh, they're detectives. Okay.
Actually, that was the guy.
Oh, can you see my problem here though? Like where they're positioned, I don't know whose mouth that's coming from, and and then their text boxes are different. So I really don't know who it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna be Brian Solari. Funny thing for a detective to say, Davies.
Nothing for you here, Brian.
Bit early for that, isn't it?
Or a bit late. Could have used you when all the shooting was happening.
Duty elsewhere. Even I can't be in two places at once. A gang thing, I'm guessing.
I'm rolling out a bachelorette party gone wrong. If you're sane, you'll need to put on the booties.
Nah, looks like you two have this in hand.
Oh, if you're staying, you'll need to put on the booties. See, that's my fault. I read that wrong.
Call in Alpha Core when you have the perps cornered.
Drop it any time, Bry.
Yeah, I've only called a guy named Brian Bry to be like ironically gay, like, oh, Bry.
Bry is like a gay or girlfriend thing or something. Hello, Bry. It's like, you don't actually call me that, but okay.
All right, this is a rookie page.
Oh, okay, so am I dreaming? No, we're on a bus. Why? Uncle Hector's sending us on a trip. I'm in my PJs. Oh, now I'm getting Squidward in there. Oh, chocolate. I'm in my PJs. It was a last minute thing.
Wait, you're like fucking Gollum. Chocolate.
Uncle Heck. Chocolate. Okay. Uncle Heck's been kind of weird lately. He's had a lot on his mind, and he's always been kind of weird. Where's this trip to? Where would you like to go? Chocolate. I like the beach. Then we'll go until we reach the ocean, honey.
All right, do the
Lex, there's someone here. Says you know him.
Yeah. I hadn't heard from you guys, and I didn't have your number.
What?
You guys look surprised to see me.
What do you mean? Coming in here.
Whoa. Why are you stepping on? Wait, hey, fella, you stepping on my white guy.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's the cop guy. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
What do you mean coming in here, you dumb bastard?
Thought you'd want your payday.
Keep it down.
Caballero. Spanish, 2 L's is Y.
I got you.
Yeah,
Keep it down, Caballero.
Yeah. Although, when I've tried to do Spanish Duolingo, or I've talked to like Mexicans at a restaurant, I'm like, wait, are you saying yeah? They'll do the Y, but they actually do like ja, quesadilla. And I'm like,
I see.
It's a quesadilla, lady. Simmer down.
It's important.
I thought everyone was on the pound in this department.
Let's just say this is a private enterprise.
Wired up tight. Sweet.
We'll swing by when our shift's over and pick it up.
Not at my house. I don't like you two showing up there.
Oh, where then?
Let me get the page.
Where then?
Someplace more public. You know, the bowling alley out by the Shoot Brewery? Let's say 1 o'clock. I'll book us a lane.
I'll make sure I'm late. He's up to something.
Whatever it is, we'll sever a partnership tonight. You two find out anything for me?
Let's say we eliminated a few possibilities.
That's what you're supposed to see. Sorry, we're reading too fast to keep up with the fucking pages.
Sorry. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have as much dialogue on the pages, which I appreciate. So it's neat.
All right, so I'll be blue, you be green. For the narration.
Okay, and the green is supposed to be the dude?
just I don't know.
The Perros del Inferno boys knew nothing. We roughed them up pretty good.
Bikers, they're what's for breakfast? Oh, that's totally the girl. We nailed it.
Perfect. Nigel Box gang put up a good fight. Almost didn't get it to ask any questions.
Actually, Rookie, this is because I was in the army that I know this, because I've met a few of them. I'm pretty sure that's a Vietnamese name, and you're not gonna guess what the pronunciation is.
I'm just gonna read them as I see them.
No. I'm just like, you're not gonna get like.
No, I know.
It's when.
Yeah, no.
I know, right? Like, how did they translate when into NYG?
See, okay, so I'm not as prone to comics as you are, but even you, I don't even know if you like. If they have Spanish, like full-on Spanish words that like in English would be really weird to read, do they not have like them in, parentheses or something next to it? Like,
I've
my
read
brain
a comic,
says
I've read an
would
indie
be
comic.
there,
I've read it. Well, I've seen this done in reverse, where it's actually worse, Rookie, where, like maybe, and you do this in movies too sometimes, where it's like maybe at first you'll see someone say shit in a foreign language, so you kind of understand that, like, oh, they're different from who are following, but then at some point they shift where you're kind of bouncing scenes and they're both talking English.
Yeah.
This comic I read, it was Spanish, a lot of it, when they're like translating, like, because they're going to like South America or something, so they're like finding Spanish shit or someone's saying Spanish shit, but there's a point where it's like, okay, I understand we're in Spanish land, and so
you're going to probably read more of the dialogue in general with more of a Spanish accent or that in mind.
Yeah, what you want to do after maybe the initial like Spanish or foreign language or alien language, you write it in a different font to distinguish their talking from normal characters, and so you write that in English afterward. Unless you introduce another alien or foreigner that will come up and talk to like the main foreigner. And so like that's a little distinction where they'll still speak the foreign, but you're reading the main person. And it's kind of like a C-3PO-R2 or Chewie and Han, but it's really annoying because they never did this transition where it's like, all right, we understand we're in Spain, we're in Spanish land. And so, you understand that, you define it in the font, and then we can just keep reading. It's every fucking page. There would be a translation on the bottom abruptly.
That'd be kind of annoying.
It was fucking annoying. So I almost I got halfway. I'm like, fuck this. But this is in Texas. There's lots of Mexicans, so it's not crazy for some hick Nazi biker to be like the Perros del Inferno boys. Like,
yeah, I guess just for me, I guess I'd rather if it's gonna be spelled like this that we're reading. I wish that there's like a visual on screen that helps, on the panel that helps identify. That's probably how you should say it or something.
Right, let's take it back from the middle panel. When folks.
Yeah, so when folks gang put up a good fight, almost didn't get to ask any questions.
Reenacted the Tet offenses up. Reenacted the Tet offenses up in their place. I was expecting it to flow like up in their ass.
I gotcha. Yeah, up in their place. Yep. Had to go hard after the yardies. The yo-yo pose birdies. God damn right. Hold on. I gotta English here. Had to go hard after these yardies. The yo-yo posse ride strapped and up-armored brother armed to the molars. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go.
No, that's a clunky sentence.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get it though. After reading that, so there's a comment there. Up an armored brother armed to the molars. Okay. Had to go hard after these yardies. The yo-yo posse ride strapped and up-armed brother armed to the molars.
It's funny because someone's probably like, "Oh my god, you read it like 4 times." It's like, I get it. You get frustrated. Like, no, I'm going to nail it this time.
I'm trying to be authentic to the character here. Okay, he's wording things so weird. But all right, all right.
Had to shake and bake those jakes. brought down Babylon on their asses, man. So I guess they're Jamaicans they took out.
Going to be
she's
their
like,
man.
ha
yeah, that's her dissing him at the end. Yeah, man. Like if you're to say it to a Canadian.
I like this. They're pretty consistent drawing Tuna.
Yeah, Tuna is pretty distinct. I actually kind of like the Nazi couple as far as they're very distinct.
What?
They're distinguished. That probably came out wrong. They're visually distinct is what I was meaning there with it. Like you see their faces and you see their bodies and tattoos and stuff.
I really like the Nazi couple. Oh, we have a Kiri.
Oh, yeah, it's going.
We have a Kiri Chow. Kiri Chow, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, me remember Eagle Beat Cowboy. Oh, does Kiri remember?
Kiri remember the cow.
Your phone is ringing, Kiri. It's Eagle calling. Eagle calling, remind victory. Yeah. Celebrate beating one of the worst teams in the league. Yeah. It's total cow baby fan. Woo! We won! We're fucking cool. We're gonna win the Super. We beat the New York Giants 2-10. Woo! We're fucking high shit. Goddamn cow baby fans. And then you're going to lose next week to whoever the fuck you're playing. You're like, no, we'll get it next year. You know, it's the same fucking
Every game's
story.
A new game, Angus. Okay,
so same fucking story for 30 fucking years now. You got your Super Bowls. You're never getting them again because you have this fucking heir to you, and the people you draft get infected with that. And you think, yeah, we them boys. And it's like, you're not shit. You're not shit. And you suck. And it's great to see. Sometimes it's sad because it's like, well, I like them to like feel really good. So then the loss is even sweeter when you fall out of the first round again. You know, you're not even going to the playoffs this year. So don't be saying shit here, Keely Chow. Don't be saying shit with your cow baby nonsense. And I'll catch with the rest of y'all in the chat. But Keely had like 5 things like beef and stuff. So I had to address them when I looked up. Anyway, let me get back to the Twitter. All right. Tuna. I am Tuna. I am Tuna. So which of them was it? Who's jamming up my operation?
They're as in the dark as you and I believe them.
Nobody that's scared can lie. It has to be someone else, boss.
See, no, he has bold words there. You know, nobody that scared can lie. Has to be someone else.
Right, but I'm doing like this kind of blasé.
No, I know. That's why sometimes when I read these, I have a weird flow sometimes because I'm trying to catch the bolded words as well.
Yeah, sometimes they bold these and it makes no sense.
I assume they're supposed to be emphasized when they're bold, right?
Yeah,
like
it's a stress. Yeah,
but yeah, they're weird sometimes.
Someone else, those stupid bastards.
I do like his face there that they drew. That's a great. They're like up his nose.
Yeah, see, like this is what's
that's
disappointing.
a funny panel. I like that panel.
This is the kind of art you get in Immortal Hulk, but then you see all this other shit in the Rippaverse that Joe's done. Like this building is obviously a 3D printed thing. This building probably is, but the cars are drawn. These cars are drawn. Even if they like he used a reference for the car, this is actually drawn. You can tell it's not crisp, but the building is like an ISON building. So that's what I mean. Like when you get these different artists, they're all from the same fucking company. They're all clip arting, you know, to various degrees. And so it's like, when people are like, oh, the art, you know, whatever. And it's like, well, it's the same fucking company that Eric hired that's all clip art. So everything looks the same. There's a visual consistency in these books, but it's like after it was already weird looking and then finding out it's clip art is like, oh, so it stands out when I see it now. And I'm not even an art guy. Anyway.
Looks like our boy's in there.
The only one here.
Not sure like this.
I feel you.
I'm bringing the
Mossberg.
Bringing the Mossberg. That just it looked. It's like
I'm assuming that's a real thing.
Okay, just another word. So okay, part of the reason I'm stumbling is a lot of these words I have not heard of before, or like if I have, I'm like, what is this in the context?
It's a brand.
A Mooseberg.
Mossberg.
It's just like
it's a brand of mainly shotguns.
Bring the Mossberg. All right.
Yeah. Slow night.
Dead night.
Sorry, trying to bring the visuals for the people.
Yes.
Pick a lane, guys. Any lane. I booked the whole place and sent the staff home.
Caballero.
What's the gag here?
You mean, is this a double cross? That's something you two know all about.
And that's supposed to mean what?
You've been playing both sides against the middle. Turns out you crossed yourselves. Hear that? That's payback.
You tripped over your own penis in reality.
All right, so this makes no sense. This is where everything just falls off the wheels, and you're like, what the fuck? So abruptly, the Nazis show up.
They're doing what they do.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot. It's like a page and a half spread. It's kind of weird.
This is one where I kind of would prefer it to be the full page, though, honestly.
Yeah, so it's like that one page has actually got no dialogue to read. All right, so this is the narration again. Whenever a new page keys off the narration, it's not flowing, you get the horse number 2, the rook, the knight symbol. But I hate the knight symbol because it looks like a 2.
Uh-huh. After action report number 153. I knew whoever held Deems's and Tremaine's marker would figure it out eventually. I thought they'd send a pack like the one they sicked on me. Not the devil's own version of Barbie and Ken.
So they bust in, they're running on their bike towards the lanes. You got Debris, you got Tremaine being like, oh shit. And then you got the other guy, Lex, is like, yeah, what's going on here? Well, I like keeping him like unnaturally calm. I can't really inflect with like my attempt at Jersey. I can't like give range, so it makes it mutes.
So that's a good shot. That's a good shot to have too. A good front shot, good back shot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll give him credit on that. It's good.
Definitely a back shot.
This is what you'd see definitely in the movie if they made one. Like this is akin to the iconic "I saw him falling on a car" scene, you know?
the blueprint rookie.
The blueprint.
All right.
They're unarmed.
Hop off, baby, and I'll show you how it's done.
Make me proud, lover.
Somehow that doesn't reassure me.
Here's your warning shot.
Take a Milo.
Steel shot. How will you? Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know actually.
How eco of you?
He says steel shot. How eco of you?
You guys,
is he trying to say like eco-friendly? Like it makes, I don't know what he's saying.
Eco of you, but it's like eco.
How eco of you?
Have they been shown to be environmentalists?
I have no idea what they're trying to say.
Is this a Nazi phrase that I don't know of?
I don't know. Anyway, continue though.
Sorry. The course hold on. So steel shot. How eco of you. Of course, if you had used lead, I'd be a gunner. Okay, so it is a green comment essentially.
Oh my God, this fucking hand. What is this? What the fuck
is that? Hand.
Looks like Tyrion Lannister's hand.
Looks like it's in the middle of a transformation. Like it's popping out more on one side.
And also, all right, so EVS is gonna have a fucking field day with some of these shots. Like again, I'm not an art guy.
I don't think he's gonna read Horseman unless he has to get $1,000.
People are going to give him $1,000 to tear this up because we've been missing.
But he hasn't incentivized it, so I don't know if
people are going to super chat.
He'll do the drive for it.
They're going to do it. But all right, so like me not being an art guy, I am seeing a problem here. All right, so like the head, the beard, everything, his chest, the angle, this is all good. All right. But the arm, this arm with the hand is closest to the camera. So it should be bigger proportionally. So still, that's fine. But this is where I'm like, this doesn't make sense because you have this weird fucking hand, then you have the underside of his forearm, and then you get to like this elbow, and this is where everything completely falls apart, where it's like you get his triceps into like lats and chest area, and it's like, okay, maybe, but then you get like the top of his arm and it looks like it's supposed to be a shoulder, so this makes no sense proportionally. Like he's got like some sort of Quasimodo shoulder blade system here. And so yeah, this is me being just like not a, or if it's supposed to be part of like his jacket, you got like the frill thing here, but this little space in between the frill of the jacket and his forearm, even if that's part of his jacket or something, it makes no sense. So I'm like, this has to be like his shoulder. This is totally fucking wrong. And Mr. Anatomically Correct Mike Miller should like be grilling this. Anyway, it really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think this is a good shot of them dying though. Like,
yeah. So my guy goes, Huck.
My guy goes, oof.
And now it's
instead it's you who gets dead.
And now Horse is like,
he's got powers. I wondered when I'd run into one of those freaks. Something to do with magnetism. Well, this 16-pound Brunswick has a glass and resin core. Same for the 14-pound amp. I was in a league back at Fort Benning, 260 average.
I know all about bowling balls.
Like, yeah, this is fucking Chuck Dixon trying to shoehorn in like,
I love bowling.
I know all about bowling and bowling brands and bowling ball sizes and the construction of bowling balls.
In fact, I know who first invented the bowling ball.
You and your boyfriend are gonna wait for the police. He's going down for murder. Let me have your wrist.
You must think I was just along for the ride.
She's another one. Girls always
you can't trust one Nazi, you can't trust another.
Girls always were my blind side.
But he's a horseman. What was it? What about his horse weaknesses?
What are you wearing, blinders or something, Horseman? Oh, speaking of blinders, I don't know if it's real, but apparently in like Iran, they've given women blinders on their burqas.
Like we've like had enough of your ugly eyeballs. Like, can't stand your ugly eyeballs.
No. Like like horse blinders is to keep them like not looking around, just keeps them straight.
Oh, the focus straight. Okay.
Yeah, so you literally put blinders on women.
Yeah, just tunnel vision.
Which I mean, like we naturally look around as like our locomotion, so I don't quite get how that even translates to like human movement, I don't know.
Yeah.
Normally, I never hit a woman. I have no problem emptying 2 mags into this little chippy.
All right. He didn't go, huh?
Oh.
Baby. Slick, 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 slick. You heard her. Nobody does that but me.
You missed.
Did I?
Give it up, pal. We're done. Don't make me shoot you.
Squidward's on the ropes. You haven't even seen me go Super Saiyan.
He manipulates anything metal. He didn't throw those blades. He launched them.
Now you have to do the dialogue for that too.
Oh, okay. I was looking down at the next panel. Sorry.
I'm gonna get you down, big man. Gonna peel you out of the armor. Find out who you were before I kill you.
He's mine, boy. He's all mine. Let's see what you have, stud. You some kind of hero? You're shit's weak, masked man.
Man.
This flyweight is going to kill me.
Shit. All right, I gotta send the last pages to myself.
That's good. We're getting to this epic climax, guys. The cops are
It's like
down.
12 pages left.
The cops are down. The Horseman's down.
See, Tony would try to milk all y'all in like 2 or 3 streams to read all this. It's like, I'm giving it to you straight. No.
Totally.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my messages to myself to make sure I'm not like sending doubles.
I got you. You can probably stop sharing the screen while you do that to
Yeah,
yourself.
I guess. I mean, you're not seeing anything, so.
I don't know. You never know. You never know. I'm gonna say hi to the chat here. Black Angus screams Eagles fan to me. It's Jimmy. Yep, of course. What gave that away, I wonder? Yes. And then Ruby King DBZ came in.
What's up, Ruby?
What's up? So you're going Super Saiyan there, buddy. Super Saiyan 3, it looks like, from the avatar there.
Yeah, y'all should be on he streams as like white popo.
What?
He has like a white popo.
Okay, that can mean penis, cop. What do you mean?
You just said Dragon Ball Z, and then I said Popo.
Oh, Mr. Popo. Okay.
When you
just say Popo, I'm like, what? Okay, his Mr. Popo. Got you. There's a difference.
My bad.
Just the way you said Popo sounds like you're saying something.
He's like, yeah, he has like a white Popo avatar.
Yes. Well, yeah, you can see. Popo also means penis in some ways, so his white Popo. Like, what? Mr. Popo, but white. I got you. That would be funny. Yes, a white Popo. Wait, these bikers are ninjas?
No, they're not.
No, they're Nazis. Ninjas were at the beginning. The urban ninjas were at the beginning. Now we got biker Nazis.
We got urban ninjas and biker Nazis.
Yes. Stony Mix says, you show that gem of color the respect he deserves. Or that genie of color. Dang it. You show that genie of color the respect he deserves from Mr. Popo. Yeah, of course. He's the most powerful character in Dragon Ball Z. Of course, man. Of course. Of course. I get it.
Vaughn just shared a screen of us streaming. He says, I see what he's checking out. It's like when we're showing the ass of
when you zoom in
of Blitz.
When you zoom in on yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, the art for that panel is actually not that good for the size, but that's obviously like the main focus of it, especially like he's lighting, because I assume she's wearing leather or latex, so it's like they made a purpose to light the ass as well to accentuate the curvature. And so it's more of like, that's just the focus. It's the center of the panel. And it's like kind of overly bubbly, as a butt. And so that's just funny. All right, let me get back to my messages to myself.
That you're sending to yourself, of course. Of course.
It's like, damn it, Angus, why'd you send me these pictures? Oh, wait, I'm Angus.
Of course. I just quit for this time. That's good.
We're all Horseman.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah. So, what are you guys thinking of it so far? I mean, of course, some of the dialogue's a little iffy to get through, but some of the visuals are all right for some of these on here.
All right. Let me see.
The flyweight is going to kill me. Dean's riot gun. Let's see how the blonde deals with the load of buck. Get some, girly.
I'm gonna break you with that scattergun, Ace.
No, I told you he's mine, Sturm. And yeah, I'm not saying it wrong. His name is Sturm.
And I'm sorry. He said, "I'm gonna brain you with that scattergun."
That's fine. It's not a common phrase, but that's fine.
I thought it was the tone and what they're doing. I assume I'm going to break you with that scattergun. That makes more sense to me. But all right,
all right.
Cute couple. She's bullet resistant with a punch like a semi. He likes to kill cops.
That's his superpower.
You're all cape, no cattle, big man. You got no skills.
I'm going to wind up with my head on their bike unless I go mad dog mean. No prisoners. Ow.
You look like you got scratched by a cat. You're like, ow. You're like,
so much for plan B.
You gotta learn how to lay down.
There's more pop, Angus. There's more pops.
All right. More poppers.
All back to the pops.
More poppers for Horseman's asshole.
It's a pops gang.
I can hear my ranger instructor screaming for me to get my ass up. Get up or die in a puddle of pop.
Say it again. A puddle of pop. That's the best line. I think it's the best line in Horseman so far. Get up or die in a puddle of pop.
Let me get the Punisher, the Punisher Horseman. Get up or die in a puddle of pop.
It's still just funnier Squidward to
me. What are you doing out here? No powers, no special tricks.
He's playing at us. At this. He's playing at this.
Damn them. They're not wrong.
Them to hell.
We're going to see your face now, hero.
And then I'm going to slice it off.
I like this. She's kind of like, there's like a little mean to her eyebrow, but she's kind of like, I'm going to get your ass.
Yeah.
Help me with this strap, babe.
Who?
Babe.
I was like, who? Yes.
Oh yeah. This is the amazing Braxwell appears. If you remember from Alpha Core.
His ultimate line.
I don't know why they think this is cool. They have a retard in an open jacket and a pilot helmet. And he just says humph all the time. And then one time he says bet your ass in Alpha Core. That is Braxwell. But then you'll see. We'll get to that. If we're gonna burn for those two cops, might as well make it 3. And guess what? Guess what the black guy does?
Beats the crap out of the lady.
Assaults a white woman. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And what's funny is he doesn't make a sound here when he could go. throwing his weight into the punch.
Yeah, if it was like power, he'd be like, hiya, or something.
Nope, no. On your side. I'm all right. I'm still standing.
He looks like hell. Shit, gotta get to the next page. He looks like hell.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Cuts, some bad bruises, minimal blood loss.
He'll have a killer headache when he comes to.
I'm dead, right?
You could have been, bonehead.
Oh. Give him a break, Bryant. It's the Alpha Core.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was totally not in there. How should she sound? Ingrid. Give him a break.
Wait.
Brian.
No, like a bitch.
Give him a break, Brian. He's been through a lot.
He's lucky his head is still attached.
You're Alpha Core.
And you're an unauthorized vigilante. I was all for booking you for accessory to murder. Braxwell vetoed that. He says you're on the side of the angels. That's you.
Okay.
That's Ingrid.
Yeah. Someone's been busting up Tuna Calhoun's operations. I think it's this guy.
I tell them everything. Tremaine and Deems, the money, everything. That's all of it. You can book me now.
I think he deserves a second chance.
That's a last chance, soldier.
What do I have to do to earn that? Do I have to tell me whose dick I have to suck and I'll suck it?
That's like my favorite line from MacGruber.
Yeah.
Give up what you're doing. Get a regular job. You're punching above your weight in Florespark.
You're a normal, Hector. You'll get yourself killed.
You know my name, my secret identity.
We ran your prints. We're cops, remember?
What was your name? Who are you trying to be?
I don't.
What are you calling yourself?
I never thought of that.
All you heroes give themselves a handle. It literally says that. I know I took a fucking blurry picture here. It literally says, this is Brian talking to Horseman as like, you vigilantes in general. All you heroes give themselves a handle.
And it's also weird coming from him, who's also isn't he intended to be a hero, or is he like, I am Brian Solari?
Well, but he's a cop.
Name,
he's registered, so that's like the distinction. Is like he has.
So he's not a hero?
License. He has a license. So anyway, Horseman is like,
I'm the last Horseman, I guess.
And he's like, the Horseman. I like it. How about a ride home? Woo! Multiple horse riding innuendos in this unintentionally.
Oh, now he's taking him out for a midnight flight.
And now I was
riding off into the sunset.
Now Horseman goes,
wow.
Enjoy the view.
Can you drop me off at my car?
Your call. If you think you're okay to drive. What? You literally just had him in your hospital, and then you're like, well, I guess we're letting him go. No need to check his sobriety or his, mental capabilities from fighting except Nazis that kicked his ass.
I would assume he came in on a horse. He's a horseman. Yeah.
You're gonna love this. This is like the last 3 pages. This is hilarious. And also, look how weird this is. There's this weird overcompensating to avoid. Well, that'd be gay, like that's the attitude in this.
He's just barely holding on to his arm.
He's literally just holding him by his bicep, not even like his wrist or his hand. He's holding him by his bicep while he flies him in the fucking sky with helicopters around. You know, it's like in ISOM 2 when he's got the Gooding robot. The robot holds the woman's waist, but then ISOM just like stands on the platform behind him and like holds his shoulder with one hand. It's like, you can't fly. You fell on a car last book, but then you're just confident on a flying robot to just hold his shoulder casually. You know, it's like these inconsistencies, like they add up, is the point. And then it also kind of says something where it's like, well, that'd be gay. You know? Yeah. All right. Make this your last ride as the Horseman, okay?
What about Tuna Calhoun and his gang?
Not your problem anymore. Hang up your guns, or you and I will have a problem.
Roger that. Horseman out.
He gives him his helmet and everything to leave too. Like, you better not dress up like that again.
Yeah,
but here's all your weapons and stuff.
Again. Here's what's funny is like, a couple pages ago, he's like, they're like, "What's your name?" He's like, "I'm the last Horseman, I guess." He just like, "I guess I'm the Horseman." I don't, never actually thought about it. I've just been doing this for an undefined amount of time, and I purposely made a horse suit. Like, he could have just had a helmet, but he fashioned it. He's fashioned a color scheme and horse theme, and then he's like, "Oh, actually, I never thought about what I was." You know, what? Like,
I feel like there would have been a step A to B at some point with
this is what's so baffling.
Unless it was like a bike helmet he wore, and I don't know.
A perfect example comparison. We were talking about this, me and Ricky. The show Invincible or the comic. It's like Mark is trying to be a hero, but he hasn't actually conceived his pitch to the world of himself. And so the suit maker is like, "Well, when you get a name, come back." And so he's like, "I'm invincible." And he's like, "I can work with that. All right, let me like design Invincible." And that's where he gets the suit. He's got, you know, a brand to sell now through the name, and now he can give an image to that brand. It's really weird to do this backwards and reverse it. It makes no sense, actually.
It'd be like if Batman got the bat suit and then just like, now how should I have my suit be?
It's like, so what's with the bats? He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Just came with the suit. What do you mean? What bats?
You have this whole bat thing. It's like,
fight crime. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I go to the zoo sometime. That's cool, I guess. Why you keep asking me about bats? Like,
Yes.
Like, that'd be a funny satire comedy thing.
Well, and then it's even like Spider-Man, he was trying to come up with a name, but never had one until people started calling him Spider-Man or something.
He's like, "I'm the human spider." One. He's like, "That name sucks." I love that. That's so funny. It's a very minor little thing, but it adds so much layering to the
kid
story.
Comes up with the name. I'm human spider. That's gay.
And then he's like, "He got my name wrong."
He's like, "Yeah, it's stupid, man. I say what I want."
So yeah, and then he's like, so it's not just like this whole like, "Oh, I never actually thought about what I am, my theme," you know, when it's like his mission to fuck people up, you know, because he's trying to find out whoever killed his brother-in-law and crippled his sister. And so he's got like this kind of Batman Punisher kind of origin of his purpose.
He used to be a bowling player and was in the army. When is he connected to horses?
Okay.
How is he the last horseman?
This is the other thing for people to understand. In Texas, there's like at least 3 major federal army bases. I don't know about National Guard. You know, that could be like a literal fucking warehouse, for lack of a better term, or it could be an actual base, or it could be like a joint, you know, National Guard, active guard, reserve, and active. You know, sometimes they intermingle on our bases or training, whatever. But Fort Hood is the first Cav, if I'm not mistaken, and their symbol is a horse, and they make a point of he goes to Texas. He was in the army. They repeatedly show him looking at this picture of his like army buddies deployed, And they say he was a ranger. He talks about going to ranger school. So there's all these like layers. You talk about Fort Benning, which is where the infantry train. And yet they never added up where it's like, oh yeah, he's from Fort Hood, Texas, or, you know, to avoid copyright issues or whatever, make up like not Fort Hood, you know, in the Rippaverse, but you could obviously it'd be mimicry, you know. So that's what's weird. Is like you're in Texas, everything's about Texas in these books, and this guy's in the army with the horse theme. And it's like, well, obviously Fort Hood would make a lot of sense if he was like a first Cav guy. And they never tie that together or make up a new version of that. And so like that's annoying. It's just, and then to top it off, he has never thought about his theme or his name. And then they're like, yeah, you're just going to stop doing that. And he's like, Roger that. Okay, Brian Solari. What? You're just going to quit your whole like initiative of vengeance?
Well, and Solari will believe it.
Also, this is what's stupid too, is like we need a Batman or Punisher in this world. Now, like there's Garth Ennis's Punisher where they kind of just remove all the like superhero shit, and it's like just like him and Nick Fury basically in the world. So it's a very human shooting guns story. There's no like superhero counters, you know. Or there's, you know, classic Punisher in the Marvel superhero world. And there's Batman. Batman is a guy in a suit. He's a human. And he is the brains of the super people. You know, and that's, you know, say what you want about Zack Snyder, but he really nails that like bravado of Batman or Superman, this god, this invincible god's like, the bat's dead, bury it. And Batman's like, do you bleed? Like that really speaks to the core of Batman. Like you're not going to stop him. He will die doing this, you know, unless he just is crippled. He will die being Batman. And so for you to be like, we need a Batman in our world. And then he's like, all right, you're going to stop that. He's like, okie dokie. Okie dokie, Mr. Jones.
Okie dokie, smoky pokey.
What a fucking fag. This is your Batman? Fucking gay.
It would have been kind of funny if Solari like broke his leg on his way out. He's like, just to keep you out of trouble a little longer, you know.
I mean, that's not out of Batman's realm, even though it's like.
Well, I mean, Solari, didn't they destroy somebody's airplane?
Yeah, they destroyed Lillian Renashi.
They don't follow the whole law themselves either. Like,
yeah,
unless they have new laws of Texas country. I don't know. So.
Anyway. So, this scene.
After action report, final entry. Funny how things work out sometimes. Seems like Tuna went for a swim and never came back. He inconvenienced a bigger fish than himself. He learned what I already knew. There's always a bigger fish.
I assume Darren Fontano's going to make him a cyborg. You know. So you turn him into a real life fish.
All right, so now we got Lillian Renashi from Alpha Core and Michael Copper. So they're behind killing Tuna. She's like, "Are we done here, Michael?" And he's like, "This was dirty work, Lillian. Care for a pumpkin spice white Russian?" So I haven't read the recipes in the Ripazine, but I'm assuming that's a reference to like a cocktail recipe of Michael Copper. That's my guess. They have recipes in the Ripazine that are supposed to be like, oh man, try this dish. This is this character's favorite dish or drink. And it's like,
all right,
okay. All right, so you're the retard in the wheelchair.
Yep, but you had another panel.
Oh shit!
So all my secrets are safe. Now to fix my burned bridges. You change your mind?
Not if you're paying for lunch, big brother. Uncle Hector.
Buddy.
You're done playing crime buster.
Done.
You swear?
On our mother. Where do you want to eat?
Boy, howdy. Anything but that.
Nice ride.
You bought it. I'm riding with Uncle Heck. What now? What are you going to do?
I don't know. Mixed martial arts, maybe?
Cool.
Maybe smoke jumper or daredevil biker?
Yeah. Unpackage is hiring drivers. Or Unipackage is hiring drivers.
That works too. Follow me, sis. We're gonna stuff ourselves with lobster. Last ride of the Horseman, Solari told me. I'm gonna have to live with that. For now.
Dun dun dun.
The end. And it's like, wow. So Horseman's a bitch. And this was kind of pointless. They'll just randomly shoehorn him in. It's like, why didn't you just make this an ongoing thing? Like, if it sells, we'll just number 2 Horseman. Like,
yeah, I'll have to reread this without trying to do the voices to see if I can get this better than what it was. But there's some parts in there that looked okay. But yeah, honestly, it all seems kind of weird the way that it's set up. But it's mostly it's just like him going to Florespark as well, and like at the beginning saying, you know, like, oh, it's family or this, but no professional would like pursue me. Like, then he goes out of town and just kind of starts fighting immediately. you kind of think he'd want to set up a base, but I mean, I'm okay with him making a dumb mistake or something. You know,
I like this Apex, like
sponge boob squire pants.
It's supposed to be spring boob squire pants, actually.
I'm surprised he didn't put Young Isom ad in here.
I know. How come he doesn't advertise for his wife anymore in the jewelry store? Why is that not a thing anymore? Does he not want to support his wife? I mean, wasn't that a big deal to have the jewelry ad in the first Isom?
Do not ask me to do Mr. Krabs. That will not happen.
Yeah, he's a little harder too.
I can't do Mr. Krabs. I'm not even attempting.
Where's all my money? It's especially after Squidward. It's hard to.
Jimmy the lumberjack says, "Where is the 11 button? I found the 9 button, boss." Because you're like 9 and 1 and 1. Idiot.
Yeah, there's a lot of me fudging up in this reading.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't do holidays. Not a Jehovah's Witness or anything like that. I just hate holidays. I'm not Christian, so most of the holidays have no fucking significance to me, and I've not done the research at this point with like Hellenism to know any like overlap. You know, I know of Saturnalia with like the Romans, but I don't, I haven't investigated enough to like do anything with that. I just know like, oh, Christmas is ripping off Saturnalia mostly. So yeah. But I guess if it's for the chat, then hey, happy Thanksgiving for everybody. Jimmy says, when will the Nazi company have dialogue regarding adoption or insemination? Yeah, it seems they're still alive. So hopefully we get more Nazi bikers. I want Blitz and Sturm to have their own book. We should gay up.
The fans need to speak about this. We
should gay up the fandom.
we need to see more of them.
I want like, oh man, I fucking love Blitz and Sturm.
We need to see them do what they
spin-off.
We need to see them do what they do.
My friend. Which is funny because of course Brian Solar makes that really gay. Failure's not what we do.
Failure's not what we do.
But Jamie Foxx, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of his albums. Yeah. Jamie Foxx like, I want to make it do what it do, baby. So
yeah, but we say it like that doesn't sound as bad. It's like, it's almost like if it was like, what it is, or something. Sounds more natural that way.
Yeah, Apex. objectively, being even though I'm a Philly fan, like my favorite quarterbacks are Staubach and Tony Romo. If I could build an all-time team where you adjust for like stats and ability, yeah, I think Tony Romo would be like my go-to quarterback. Love him, and that's me being a Philly fan. Like that guy was so annoying for us when he was healthy, and he's like Brett Favre mixed with the pocket awareness of Drew Brees. He was amazing to watch, and I love watching him as an announcer. I love his energy. He's a fucking kid. It's great. So yeah. No, not a Redskins fan. Not against them. Besides, they're against me. But I love Redskins. Like it's such a cool fucking image, cool name. It's classic, man. Especially like Thanksgiving or Christmas, Cowboys and Redskins. That's awesome. And then we made a gay football team, and then Commanders. But Trump in office, it seems like things are adjusting properly, and there's talk of bringing the Redskins back and the logo. So I'm excited that the ship will be righted. That way we can see Redskins getting scalped on the field like God intended. But yeah, I'm a Philly fan. Ruby King. Let's see. Double jointed Nazi, you fool. Does EJ need to spoon feed you, fool? Wait, what are you saying here, Stoney? You show that genie of color.
He's talking about Mr. Popo.
He's a magical Negro. That's the angle.
Yes, exactly.
I get it. The woman getting punched, she looks weird. Well, let's look at that again. Let me.
Horseman didn't say "back to the ovens with you" or something like,
Yeah, flips the Nazi.
How about you get a taste of this or something?
Yeah, that would be a funny thing.
Like a little flip on it.
Here we go. All right, let's look at this. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. It's like she's kind of breaking her neck to the left. Then most of her body's kind of
I see, yeah, with
thinner, kind of right. So yeah, the flow of the body doesn't really make sense with like the punch. Like actually her head should be to the left. So it's not just that you like punch her and her head turns, but like there should be kind of a flow of like either coming straight or to the left. And then, yeah, we're still getting these weird, like this is drawn, but this is modeled. This is the 3D modeling shit. Because this is a weird camera angle. This is not natural. The way this is drawn with this angle, yeah, this is literally like Gooding, that opening scene where he's like running or whatever. When he like lands with the robots for the fire at Isom's ranch. This is what I'm talking about. Like these books are so fascinating that you got like multiple decades long fucking writers and artists, and you have like these like not even like I would assume not even art school mistakes. It's really strange.
So Eric July had nothing to do with this. So that's...
Oh right, yeah. I don't know if some of y'all missed it. I'll read this.
All Dixon.
This line from Chuck Dixon, my ass. Yeah, scroll out of there. Scroll. Oh, wait, I can just read it to you. So Chuck Dixon says, we were greenlit and Joe was soon beavering away over my script written in a fever that lasted 2 weeks because I was burning to get this one out of me. And again, zero interference from Eric, nothing but encouragement and a mountain of faith at our backs. Before that, he said, where do you go? He says, Eric likes the end product and has only very minor suggestions for changes, and even more surprising, those changes suggested improve the end product, not simply make the boss man feel like he still has control. So it's like multiple lines padding this, like, hey, guys, just see, Eric didn't do anything to this, guys. I don't like. It's strange.
Yeah.
No. Nope. I will not accept any gay SJW knee bending. It will be Redskins or it will be nothing. I don't know about you, but I'm actually a registered Indian. I'm registered in the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. Not that I actually care about like Indian shit, because Indians suck. They're whiny SJWs. But the legacy, Redskins, it's not like people try to conflate it with N-word. When have you ever heard, oh man, the N-words, those N-word warriors, they really put up a fight? No, it's fucking colonists in Africa, like the Dutch, the French, the British, whoever, they just took over. They basically had no legitimate, besides there's like that Zulu movie or whatever. Generally speaking, the African conquest by the colonial states in 16, 17, 1800s, they didn't really have a match from the Africans. But the European people for hundreds of years until like 1920 were fighting Indians, fighting the collective of Redskins, savages, whatever pejorative they gave to Indians, had a sense of respect of like, those fuckers gave us a run for the money. There's like there's a warrior respect to the savage, to the Redskin. It's not the same as the N-word. And so I hate when people conflate it. It's a term of endearment. And it's like, if it was just a like throwaway racist thing, why would they get I think it was a Black Hawk Indian is the model for the Redskin. Removing Redskin, removing that logo is erasing actual representation. When someone will see that, or will see the Seminole or some previous college teams that used to be named Indian stuff, some people will see that and they'll start like, oh, like what's that based on? Oh, that it's like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a great gateway to learn history. Movies are a great way when they're fiction, like Gladiator. I've learned about the real Macronus because of Gladiator 2, very much fictionalizing his story. So yeah, there's a lot of benefit, and it's actual representation by a Indian that volunteered his image. You're destroying his legacy, and I assume he's got family that cherish that legacy, So yeah, I hate the wokeness in all regards with this Redskin shit. Bring it back. We've had it for like 100 fucking years. Let me see. Horseman about to get fucked. Yeah, it does look like shit. Someone died and made Solari the boss of Horseman. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, Horseman's getting cucked in his own book. Not just that he's getting put down to like, you're not Horseman anymore. You got to stop it. But yeah, it's like a real cuckening. There's a lot of at least accidental woke shit throughout all of the Rippaverse, which is funny for us detractors. The Power Ranger. Are you going to get the Golden Power Ranger, Rookie?
Probably might as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm more qualified to take a look at it for that inspiration anyway. So
yeah, I feel like you probably have watched way more Yellow Flash than me. Like I saw a guy and just instantly
I actually haven't watched Yellow Flash. I mean, in terms of like, he's basing his book on like the inspiration of Power Rangers, which I know a lot about. So
wait a minute, let me look this up. Gina Carano, father. Glenn Carano. Okay, so he's a fucking backup.
Apparently.
That's like, hey, Doug Peterson's got a Super Bowl with the Packers. Like, yeah, he's a fucking backup. That's not cool.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's one of those, like, you're like proud, like, hey, I did the practice, I did the workouts, but like, you don't brag about having a Super Bowl when you're the backup. Now, Steve Young as a backup can brag about his Super Bowls because without him, Niners would probably not have 2 other rings. So like that's like a worthwhile backup ring that you could brag about because he helped like pull those seasons when Montana was hurt. But I'm assuming this Glenn Carano guy probably didn't do anything because I've never heard of him. Second round, 77 draft. It's a member of the Pittsburgh Maulers, the USFL. Okay. All right, so he's there for 77 83. Sorry, I'm just very interested to see what his stats are. 81. Beat the Colts. Sorry, you like give me this like NFL history idea, and I'm like, well, let me check it out. How worthy is this? So he's played 36 games. He has a 3-1 TD stat, and he threw for 2,000 yards. His completion attempts 21 out of 57. So again, this guy sucks. What are you bragging about? And I hate the Caranas anyway. Redskins offensive name out. No. It's okay. Indians from India suck too. I like this superior nav guy. Okay. I mean, I guess go the fuck away then. Like, I'm not gonna bend the knee to you. And also, I'm a fucking Indian, so I guess I feel like I have more say than I have no idea of who you are, what you are. If you're an Indian, then we're just in disagreement. But most Indians don't care about Redskins. If they don't like them, it's probably because they're football fans of like Vikings or Cowboys or Broncos or something, you know. Bledsoe is cool. Bledsoe, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer yet. He should be. He actually had a legitimate career and multiple starts, like multiple teams that he like built up and then gets fucking hurt. So no, Bledsoe's a good guy. Not like my favorite, but I've seen his legacy. Internalized racism, Angus. You clearly need a struggle session. Sure. All right. Not happening. How's it going, Pike Bishop? I don't know how long you've been here, but enjoy the replay. It was fun coming up with this idea to narrate the Horseman. I wish I would have like prepared better with the either finding someone who had a scan or getting better pictures contained in an album properly. We did that before. This is more on the fly. I did work today, so I do have an excuse.
True.
Have an excuse. Anything else, Ricky, you want to cover?
No, pretty much covers it. I mean, at some point I'll try to make a Horseman review. I'll reread it and see, you know, I can my full thoughts on that. We were mostly reading it for some humor with this, so I kind of wasn't paying attention to a lot of the
it really was.
But then some parts really confused me with the dialogue, so I'm like, wait, what? So I need to go back and see if it all makes sense in context.
Yeah, it really like it was one thing to see the Dick post about Squidward with the fucking nose helmet, but then like I actually just for some reason started like reading it like that, and I'm like, this could be fucking fun. And then I was on Katie's stream and I pitched the idea and they thought that was funny. So yeah, I'm glad we did it. And I'm actually, it kind of worked out to have these breaks to kind of save my voice.
That's true.
It's hard to do.
I need to work on reading out loud and maintaining the voices because I was breaking, especially on the black guy. I keep on thinking it needs to be like overly loud, like it's like just not naturally.
It's loud. I mean, you don't have to, but like that or your chocolate,
I go
your Gollum mode.
Chocolate. And that's how I find the smoker's accent. We need to get a bowl of chocolate. There you go.
Oh,
chocolate.
Wait. I think I might have saved it. Let me see. Oh no, did my phone die? Oh man. Well, that worked out though. It worked out. Like the phone lasted long enough for me to give y'all Horseman.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, dude, I wish it might be on my phone. I don't know. There was a great clip. It might be on my Twitter actually. Let me search. Let me go to my page. There's a funny EVS clip about Indians that I saved. I fucking love it. Maybe that retard Hong Kong Fooey is still here to cry. I think he'll love this.
He just might.
Angus.
Just might.
Fuse. EVS. Wait, let me see. Columbus. Maybe that's a good keyword.
Yeah, what a way to round out Thanksgiving, huh?
EVS. Maybe. Wait, it'll be at Ethan Van Skyver. It's easier to search myself in like my history on the phone.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Media, maybe? Well, it's weird doing the search because sometimes you'll look for media and then it like won't give it to you. Or like it won't give you your full history. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, technology can be weird like that.
Damn it. Someone's gonna have to remind me next week. Because I don't think I'm gonna find it. And it wasn't something to like be ready to have either. So that's like another problem. Like, son of a bitch. Man, I would have. It was great. I don't remember what Trashcast it was from either, which is the problem. One more. Let me check my studio. Maybe I saved it in just to like as a clip for myself. Content. Ethan Van Skyver. Show all. Nope, not finding it. So I did not upload it there. Yeah, Horseman. What a great ride. Now, again, like if you followed along, like I think it's a strange one to figure out. Like all these Rippaverse books, where it's like I don't know if this is the best written book or possibly the worst written book in the Rippaverse. Because like I don't feel like the pace was a problem. I felt it flowed pretty well. I just don't think like they really all these Rippaverse books is like they have like interesting paces and a lot of like, oh, we went here and we did that and we did that, but like it doesn't ever feel like you actually, wow, like Fellowship of the Ring. Now it's a nice chapter of the story.
Right. Like you feel once you get to the end of a part, you're like, that was a good amount of information I got there. And I can walk away and think about that for a bit. And nice.
Yeah. I love these books though. Like
they are quite entertaining.
Unless I'm broke, I'm just never gonna stop buying Rippaverse. And letting y'all know how great these
forever
are.
Customers here.
I'm the best customer. I don't know why Eric's trying to chase me away.
He needs to.
But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate it. Be sure to share, like, leave a comment for the algorithm. Appreciate it here in the chat, but just say something like that was great, Angus, or good job, or fuck you.
Nice job fudging
Indians
that up,
are cool. Yeah. Whatever you want, throw it in the comments to help the algorithm. And appreciate the support, the viewership, and see you next week. The week after, I won't be able to do the Thursday stream because I'll be working overnight next month. So I'll have about 3 weeks overnight, and then I'll have like a 2 week break. I can do whenever I want at the end of the year, so that'll be nice.
Sweet.
Farewell. Anything you want to say, Ricky? Leaving? Or?
Nope. Good to go.
Fuck y'all.